my welcome in Sky Broadband Rapid League action here on Sky Sport. The Otago Nuggets tonight hosting Nelson Giants. We're here in the Edgar Centre, Dunedin, the Icebox. Maya Williamson joined by Tallfern veteran Crystal Ledger-Walker. Crystal, welcome in.
Excited to be here. Thank you for having me on this call with you. I'm excited to see these two Rapid League teams battle it out today.
Yeah, two very exciting teams for us tonight as we can take a look here. Saints coming off a win just about an hour ago against the Hawke's Bay Hawks, so they sit pretty at the top of the table, but they're 2 and 3 battling it out tonight, Giants and the Nuggets. They both had really good seasons respectively. They have.
I mean, Nelson Giants, we know they're legit. They won this league last year. They've taken no back steps. They'll be looking to get out and, you know, go for one place better than these Nuggets tonight.
Yeah, it's definitely a battle of young locals, which you love to see. And the Indian Panthers sitting at 7th, so a little more hope for them than NZNBL at the moment. And some surprising results down the bottom. The Sharks 2 and 8, Airs and Tuatara is also at the bottom.
Yeah, one team that surprised me that they're at the bottom is those Airs. I did think, you know, they would be higher up in this Rapid League, and they did really well last year with the likes of Nico Hill, the Camerons. So yeah, looking for them to do better in that as well.
Giants starting 5 for you tonight. Jones, Crate, Inwood, Chamberlain and Dempster. Dempster, 35 years old, a veteran of this league, still battling it out in Sky Broadband Rapid League.
Can he count these games towards, you know, like his 200 plus career NBL games? Because, man, he's stacking them up.
Yeah, he deserves it as well. Over 200 games in the South NBL, Sam Dempster, and still happy to go and play with the young kids. That's very impressive.
That's a culture guy. That's their captain. No surprise that he'll just want to impact, help these younger players along.
No James Matthews and no Will Blight tonight on national team duties for the Giants, so looking a little different than they usually would, but still a squad nonetheless. And over to the hosts, the Otago Nuggets, Smiler, Boomer, Stoddard, Freeman and Bardsley. Here they are in the Otzi Potzi Dunedin. Little swan dry action on the singlets there.
I like that design. A little subtle, but you know, if you look really closely, you can see it.
Of course, the Nuggets really performing in Rapid League this year. Like we mentioned, only 2 losses, but the Giants will definitely want to get one on the board, especially given, you know, the points they contribute toward the actual ladder. The Chemist Warehouse head to head. And Crystal, very, very even in the way they match up tonight.
Yeah, I mean, look at those shots per game, around 31-30. Points per game, really close, only 1 point in it. And that field goal percentage, quite high. And both teams, these are the top 2 teams in assists in the Rapid League. So really looking forward to seeing how they go on the offensive side of things.
Almost underway here with the cutest little ball boy ever. Look at them. His bag's almost the size of him.
That bag is the size of him. Can fit 3 nights worth of clothes in there and all his food and everything else that he needs.
Oh, that is adorable. That might be the cutest one I've seen all year, I reckon. Look at a big smile on his face. About to be underway here. Otzi Potzi Dunedin on your Sunday evening. It'll be the Giants to start things off. Anzac Weekend Hoops, of course. Crate to have the first goal. Really well defended by Smiler.
Yeah, Smiler is smart play as we see Bardsley aggressive getting to the hoop. Hayden Jones, that was some authority on that block. Got called for the foul though.
Yeah, that was authority. But yeah, I think there must have been a hand on the hip to begin with. He's having a couple of words there with Regan Ashley. Are you sure about that? But Bardsley always putting his head down, getting downhill. Makes the first from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. The 29-year-old out of Manawatu, but been with the Nuggets for a while now. 2 championships with the guys in blue.
Yeah, never would have guessed he was from anywhere else other than Dunedin. I feel like he's been down there so long and contributes so much to this program.
Yeah, I was actually surprised to find out he wasn't just another guy from Otago boys. It'll be off the Giants, so they will have another possession here. 16 on the shot clock, plenty of time for them to work with. Of course, James Matthews, their second leading scorer, out with national team duties. Dempster will find Jones. He's their leading scorer. Oh, and what a textbook shot for Hayden Jones.
Yeah, he loves that. We know he's a shooter. We know he can get to it, but he has the length to also get it over that defender.
Tied up to a piece now. Bardsley loses it and actually goes out of bounds. Will be Giants ball.
Good defense from the Giants. They know he wants to get downhill. He takes most of his shots, you know, around that charge circle in the paint.
Been surprised with the role that Bardsley has played in the South NBL this year. Thought he, you know, would be more of a relied on role player. So good that he's really giving it a go here in Rapid League.
Yeah, and a little bit harder for this Nuggets team with their changing coach, you know, getting used to a new system, and the coach getting used to these players as well. No football on that.
Yeah, no call, but Bardsley can't complete the play. We'll go back the other way. Inward with some nice accessories. Drops it off to Jones, who slams it home.
Nice work running the lanes from Jones, and good pass from Inward. Such a glue player for this team.
So reliable. Inward does all the little things right, and does so in the South NBL as well. Stoddard finds Martin. Martin will pull in Berry from three-point land.
How good has he been this year for the Nuggets? Really stepped up into that guard role. Makes the right reads.
Yeah, he was a great get out of Auckland. Martin averages 10 points a game in Sky Broadband Rapid League, and a serious player also in the South NBL as Dempster just buries that one home. There's no stopping him.
Right, we've seen that a few too many times. Right place, smart, makes no mistake.
Freeman been very impressive for the Nuggets as well. Finds Stoddard, who really misses from beyond the arc, it feels. Oh, thought it might have a highlight play. Intact, no foul is Chamberlain. Seen plenty of thunderous throwdowns from that man over the years.
That is a great way to describe it. But let's go back and look at this Hayden Jones dunk. Good drop off by Inward. Hayden Jones flushing it down.
Yeah, did a great job, Inward. Looking like a threat. An easy pass was there for Jones as Chamberlain down the lane. He gets a late foul call. And he looks a little sheepish to get up, but it gets up nonetheless.
Just a great read from him. The Nuggets, very aggressive defense right now. Too aggressive on that one. Chamberlain made the right read to slip it to the hoop.
Chamberlain, 22-year-old, originally out of Canterbury. Spent his whole basketball life there, but has spent the last couple of years at Nelson. Coach Mike Fitchett just giving him a chance. There he is there. Just long on that second shot from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. But of course, who else would it be? Aston Inward battling it out for the offensive rebound. Chamberlain looking to complete that one. Can't.
Right, Aston Inward works so hard. That face mask isn't just an accessory. Can tell by the way he plays why he needs it.
Yeah, great to have him back. Definitely was a hole in the Giants when he was out with that nose injury. Martin on Jones. This is the matchup that we came to see. Step back, way off for Martin.
And look at the pace these Giants are playing with. Really just trying to push it up the floor.
Dempster has it now. Finds Colin Williams, his first touch of the game. Back to Jones, who else? Martin defends him well. And strips him. No, he doesn't. It will stay with Giants. Time running out. Aston Inward off the glass at the last second.
Great take. Made something out of nothing. Way to get it high off the backboard.
Yeah, Martin did a great job to contain Jones there, but just one better by Inward. Martin looks for his revenge. So shifty, then Freeman's there to clean up.
You're right, though. This matchup between Martin and Jones, they're going at it.
Two very talented young men. Chamberlain thought he might shoot that. Got shot faked here in the commentary booth. There is that matchup once again. Mismatch down low. Dempster has Rusk. And Rusk has no other option but to foul.
Right, potentially a smart foul. Mouse in the house situation going on low with Dempster.
Relatively low score to begin here, Crystal. Only 7-9. Almost nearing the end of this first quarter. Bardsley will take a seat. Stoddard back in the ball game. He has been electric for the Nuggets, leading them in scoring. Dempster will have a go from the Chemist Warehouse. Buries that one. Up 10-7. And it'll be enough for one final possession for the Nuggets. Never misses a free throw, that guy.
100%. He literally is 100% from the free throw line.
Not to jinx him or anything, but that is pretty impressive from the 35-year-old. Foul whistled on Caleb Smiler, who also has been really impressive for the Nuggets this season in both leagues.
Yeah, he has. He's smart, he's heady. He's been a talent since a very young age. He's used to making game-winning plays.
Stoddard will look to go at the end of the quarter. Stoddard sends it home, 9-11. A great settler bucket heading into this quarter time break with Giants leading 11-9. So a little bit of a slow start really for both teams, Crystal.
A little bit of a slow start, but both of these teams really focusing on their defensive side of the ball. It has been aggressive. They have been up and in their bodies. So it has slowed the game down a little bit, I think.
Of course, Sal's NBL action coming later on. And the Nuggets taking on the Giants. And you can just see it there on your screen. Large veggie pizza is the deal this week. $31 from Sal's. You can use that QR code or the online code. Sal's crossover 25. Valid until Tuesday.
Are you a veggie pizza type person?
I mean, I can't really go for a veggie pizza when there's meat ones available, you know what I mean?
I'm a meat lover's girl too. But yeah, and I don't do the mushrooms on pizza, so that always...
Oh, you're not a fan?
No, that always throws me with the veggie pizzas.
What about like the pineapple on pizza moment?
100%.
100%. Yeah,
Hawaiian all the way.
Yeah, you can't convince me otherwise. That pineapple doesn't belong on pizzas.
Right, with a little bit of barbecue sauce.
We're going to get some hate comments coming our way, I reckon. And the deals don't stop from us here at Sky. Sky Broadband Fibre starter from $50 a month for your first 12 months. You can head over to skybroadband.co.nz or call 09525 5555.
And just on your screen there, you'll see Cole Williams wearing number 6. Happy birthday to him.
His birthday today.
His birthday today. I'm not sure if he's 18 or 19, but one of those. But yeah, hope they get the win for him.
Oh, happy birthday, Cohen. A long-time Nelson legend already at 19 years old. And yeah, you'd hope a win would be in the books as a way to complete being 19 years old. Giants coming in a bit of a 2-3 zone, I believe, as Liam Boomer can't bury that one. Smiler will get the offensive rebound. Bardsley, Smiler, Stoddard read by Inwood.
Inwood was waiting there. He was camping out in that help side and just picked that pass off at the right time. Good defense by the Giants.
And this foul by Smiler. They'll have a 24-second reset, given it was a foul in the backcourt. So plenty of time now for Giants to get crafty. Jones and Crate, New Zealand under-17 World Cup team members. Jones likes that high on ball. Tries to go downhill. Cooper Adams, the 17-year-old out of Nelson. Cole Williams can't get the birthday 3. Offensive rebound, though, to Jones. This is dangerous. Wants to dance with Max Stoddard. Leaves it short. And well done, Patrick Freeman getting on the floor to get it done, but turned over straight away by Rusk.
Yeah, unfortunate turnover for the Nuggets, but glad to see they're getting out on the ground.
Can always expect these guys to hustle as Lockie Crate misses a 3. Inwood just putting in an absolute shift on the boards tonight. And there Jones, and that's textbook basketball. Cooper Adams doesn't miss. Wide open threes.
Love that ball movement from the Giants, and pretty even scoring spread for both teams, which is good to see.
Yeah, Cooper Adams off the bench. Like I said, the 17-year-old out of Nelson. Jones does a good job to contain Freeman there.
Such a luxury to have someone like Hayden Jones who's able to match up, stay in front of those quicker guards, but also has the length to challenge those bigs inside.
Bardsley will inbound it now. Just see Andrew Rusk there, GM of the Otago Nuggets, taking some tips on the baseline. One of the legends of the games down at Oti is Bardsley doing what he does best, a slippery eel. Stoddard, just such a beast on them boards.
Right, that was a big body move down there. Clean that up against the guard. Can they get a stop here?
Yeah, stop could really make things interesting for the Nuggets, close this gap. Looks like Jones is very happy to take a one-on-one today. Finds Inwood. That's a lovely touch to be a little bit of a settler there for the Giants, extend their lead a little bit.
And once again, Inwood just doing the right things in the right places. Great movement along the baseline.
Stoddard been kept relatively quiet tonight, just 2 points for the guy who leads the Nuggets in rapid league scoring, and must have been a moving screen, I believe, was whistled, so it will be a turnover.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of attention being given by the refs to those moving screens.
Yeah, massive emphasis on that this year. Really no space for error with our Barter card officials. Jones opted not to shoot it. Finds Inwood, who rips with momentum. Finds Adams, he's got one and has 2 now.
Great kick out by Inwood to find his shooter waiting in the wings.
They're really taking advantage of having Cooper Adams as a threat on the 3-point line, and the Otago Nuggets will opt to take their BNZ player timeout. Patrick Freeman at helm of that one. If you want to scan the QR code that's going to come on your screen for a chance to win tickets to the big game. BNZ, of course, inspiring the next generation of Kiwi ballers. This is a great timeout for the Nuggets. They really need this one.
Yeah, they do. They'll want to execute out of this timeout. Be interesting to see what they have put together. I'll tell you what, as a player, one of the hardest things in these player timeouts is getting your team all on the same page without a whiteboard.
Yeah, do you find that hard? You're just kind of having to use your hands and just point?
When you have so many different types of learners, people that learn better off a board, some people like to walk it through, it does make those times challenging, especially as a point guard when you know you want it to be as organized as possible.
And they're looking at you with a blank face like, I have no idea.
Right, or even worse, they nod at you and tell you they know what they're doing, and then they don't do it.
I'm sure we've seen plenty of that on our screens in Sal's NBL as well. As the Giants, the Nuggets actually couldn't execute out of that BNZ player timeout. And Freeman won't be able to go one better either. They trail by 8. Inwood to Crate. He's a threat going downhill. His first taste of action tonight, and it's an and 1.
Love that drive, love that aggressiveness from him. He does have a bigger, stronger frame. He can body his way inside, as he shows us just then.
Well, if you like these City Edition Rapid League uniforms, you can head along to the team merch site, scan that QR code, or go to Sterling Sports. There's actually the NZNBL merch little banner you can get amongst there. I'd be getting amongst these Ōtepoti Dunedin uniforms. They're quite nice.
100% with, you know, that little, what did you say, plaid?
The Swan Dry.
The Swan Dry, yeah.
It's a very South Island thing, you know, the cold down here. You were talking about before, I'm wearing shorts today, and you just couldn't believe it.
Yeah, that's how I just knew straight away, South Island girl. Can take you out of there, can't take the South Island out of you, though.
Absolutely not. 2 for 1 here, and Ōtepoti Dunedin. Inwood again, just relentless tonight.
He is. He's going at it, he's going hard, he's making all the right reads, and he's punishing the defense if they stand up or take a second off.
4 points for him tonight, also 4 rebounds and 2 assists so far. Has yet to miss a shot.
I hope you didn't do it to him.
Surely not. Surely not. I've done it to him. That is textbook commentator's curse. My bad, Aston Inwood. All stats, of course, brought to you by Chemist Warehouse, the official stats partner of the Sal's NBL. Inwood now for a second, buries it from that Chemist Warehouse strike. Freeman has Dempster on him. A couple of possessions left inside this one. Freeman just rattles it out. And Caleb Chamberlain, the unfortunate situation, it will stay with the Nuggets.
Yeah, 24 seconds here. Remember, the Giants still have their BNZ player timeout if they can get a stop.
And the Nuggets will definitely be seeking a bucket here, trailing by 11. Freeman does just that, takes Dempster downhill. He doesn't look so happy about that one.
He's not happy, and I would be either the ref angle on that was behind him. You know, the offensive play was between Sam Dempster. So I don't think he could see his hands really hitting Freeman on that drive.
Yeah, you kind of feel that like that might have been the argument from Dempster as well. Still having some choice words on the bottom of your screen there. But Freeman will send that one home. A much needed bucket here for the Nuggets, who are trailing by 10, can get it to single digits here. Freeman can't. But Bardsley, the slippery eel, gets the offensive rebound. And there's Smiler. Finds Freeman. 21-year-old out of Porirua. Can't get it to go. And there it is. That's going to be the BNZ player timeout for the Nelson Giants. So, of course, you can scan that QR code for your chance to get in the draw to win a ticket to the big game. And let me tell you, there's been some really exciting Sal's NBL games, Crystal, this season, so you don't want to miss out on that chance.
Absolutely not. One of those games I'm thinking of was when the Nuggets just went and played the Rams. What a game they are coming off. That's NBL game I'm talking about, where they lost by 1 in overtime. Good stuff.
It was great stuff. Just a week ago for the Nuggets, kind of felt like they might have had that game sealed, and then Walter Brown came out of nowhere, diving on the floor, and just, oh, what a game. And the Giants can't execute out of that BNZ player timeout. Russ could make things interesting at the break. He can't. So the Nuggets will head into the break with a 10-point deficit, 22-12. Very low scoring start for the Nuggets, only 12 points.
Yeah, 12 points is not enough for them. Only 3 points in that quarter, which really you can't have, especially in this league. Absolutely
not. You know, something to note, Max Stoddard only at 4 points on the night. He averages 11, been unstoppable so far. As we take a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats for you tonight. How about Cooper Adams, a 17-year-old off the bench?
Right, stepping up, knocking down some big shots. But look at the scoring spread for the Giants. A lot of players getting involved, helping contribute to getting some buckets. But yeah, Stoddard, the only one really getting anything done right now for the Nuggets. And then 5 rebounds for Aston Wood. How good has he been everywhere in all the right places, getting it done for his team? And then Freeman and Bardsley, you said it, the slippery eel always finds a way to get at least one offensive rebound a game. So good for the Nuggets.
Not to mention, Aston Wood, 3 of those are offensive rebounds.
Extra possessions matter. Getting those extra shots for his team. He has shooters around. And look at Hayden Jones. We know him as a shooter, but he can also move the ball with 4 assists as well. And some steals. Inward Williams getting in there for the Giants, and Freeman with 1 for the Nuggets.
Yeah, so it's really all been Giants so far today. Cooper Adams, 2 from 2 from downtown off the bench. The only 2 threes made for the Giants so far. 1 from 7 from three-point land for the Nuggets, and only shooting at 26% from the field with 12 points. Just not where they want to be right now, Crystal.
No, not at all. They're at home. They need to try find a way to put some things together, bring some more energy out on the court, especially on that offensive end.
Chemist Warehouse, your official stats partner of the Sal's NBL. You can find the live stats at the NZNBL website if you do wish to take a look at yourself. And a very important second half coming for both teams tonight. Of course, the Giants winless in the Sal's NBL, so they will want to take every win they can from the Rapid League to keep them alive.
But hey, this Rapid League team has been getting some wins, so not all bad down in Nelson, as we see Dempster lining it up from outside.
Dempster adding to the tally of Nelson Giants threes. 35-year-old still getting it done. Nuggets now trail by their biggest deficit of today. Bardsley, Smile at Stoddard. Back to Bardsley. They've moved the ball well this position. Can they finish it? Bardsley, the textbook step through, gets it to go.
Yeah, good finish by Bardsley. Great one-on-one brilliance there, because up to that point, the Giants have been playing some pretty solid team defense.
Colin Williams, way too long. Cooper Adams, better from the three-point line than he is right into the bucket. And back the other way goes Smiler. Head down, relentless, draws the foul. That'll go against Cooper Adams.
And that's what they need. They need some more aggression going to the basket. If they're not going to be making shots, let's at least play a physical game, make the refs make some calls and put us at the free throw line.
Stoddard has way too much space, but just leaves it short. 1 from 8 from downtown for the Nuggets. Jones now doing what he does best. The pull-up J, no good.
just looked like he got so much space on that shot, though, as we see the Nuggets pushing the pace. Good defense to stop Martin there.
Yeah, a bit of a confusing one, but nonetheless ended up back with the Giants, the Nuggets, sorry. Jones did a good job to contest there. Martin not easily stopped. Freeman round out of your screen. Back to Smiler. Gets the on ball from Max Stoddard. That's a great look for the Nuggets. And the and 1-2.
Good work from the Nuggets to really draw that defense out and away from the roller. Open that space up for Stoddard rolling.
And Jones looked frustrated with that one. Gave the structure a little bit of a punch. And the Nuggets, just like that, back within single digits. Could make it 8 with the made free throw here. Stoddard buries that one from the Chemist Warehouse strike. And Hayden Jones will actually take a seat. Williams with point guard duties now. Like you said, his birthday today. Plenty of experience attending Waimea College. Got silver a couple years ago at the high school nationals. Adams turns the ball over. Nuggets surging now. Martin in transition, back to 5.
Great transition offense from them. Got that ball, ran hard. Martin got to his spot to knock it down, and we see them back in this little zone.
And you can just feel the energy shift here at Otipoti Dunedin. The crowd a little louder. Time winding down for the Giants. Adams gets his first three-point miss. Dempster, oh, but it's great. The putback and the and one on the dunk. Are you kidding me?
Man, did him dirty. Oh, missed shot, active, Dempster down low, Lockie Crate coming in, finishing it off, and letting Bardsley know.
That is a highlight play for flying Crate. Gives him a little flex too, a little Sally.
How good has Crate been moving to the Giants? I really think the coaching staff there, it suits his game a lot better.
Yeah, absolutely, out of Manawatu Fielding High School to be exact. Mike Fitchett picked him up. Has been epic for his development. What a step up he's taken. And clearly a freak athlete as Bardsley gets whistled for the travel. Just shifts his pivot foot a little bit. Knew it as well. They trail by 7. Was 13 moments ago though.
And that momentum you felt was with the Nuggets, but with that slam by Crate, just took the breath back a little bit.
Yeah, I find that's been absolutely put to bed. The noise back to almost 0 as Dempster attempts, and there goes Colin Williams, the point guard with the offensive rebound. They're raking those up. That's 7 now for the Giants. And to add on to that tally, Williams buries it from the corner.
And what a great ball movement. Wow, long ball down to Stoddard inside. They're just chipping away.
Yeah, chipping away, but just can't quite reach. Giants. Williams from deep. Bit of a heat check. Smiler now finds the cutting Freeman, but contested by Crate. Does it at both ends, the young man.
And great pass from Smiler. No looker to him going base.
Yeah, Smiler, a really good point guard for this Nuggets team. We'll take a look at the GJ Gardner Holmes replay. Crate, all ball, that is clean. A great contest from Crate. Stoddard now finds Martin. Steps back, loves that spot. Giants will come up with it.
And of course, Sammy Dempster cleaning it up for his team.
Great tip there by Boomer. The Nuggets with another bite of the cherry. Will it be Martin? It will be. Chamberlain frustrated with the call, but no arguments.
You know, it definitely looked like he wrapped him up a little bit on that drive. Gave him a little hug as he was going past.
Martin up to 6 points now, the 21-year-old out of Auckland. Was a part of that 3-on-3 Tall Black squad at the Asia Cup.
How tough were they, and how good that they go away and do that, and Te Tuhi picks up a contract to go play in China.
Yeah,
so
and
many opportunities.
deservedly so, man. He was an absolute flamethrower at that tournament and has been in the Sal's NBL for a long time now.
Yeah, definitely one of the top scorers in this rapid league as well.
Williams to Dempster. It's back at 6 now. Within a few positions reach are the Nuggets. And can't change that, can the Giants? A chance to get it back to just 2 possessions here, the Nuggets. Stoddard. Oh, thought he might throw that down, but sends it home with a nice little left-hand lay. And Williams. Oh, he can answer at the end of the quarter from the Sal's logo. Banks it home.
Man, that is some birthday luck right there. Pulls up from deep, almost on the Sal's NBL decal.
Surely that's worth 4 points.
Right, got to be at least a free Sal's pizza from shooting it from that spot.
Well, birthday as well, come on. Wow, impressive quarter for the Giants. 33-26, way better effort there from the Nuggets. But that's a crucial shot from Colin Williams in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, it is. That's massive. I mean, Stoddard coming down coast to coast, goes strong to the rim, does a big bucket for him, up to 11 points. But yeah, that's a big response from the Giants, the reigning champs.
Sky Broadband fibre starter from $50 a month for the first 12 months. You can head over to the Sky Broadband website or call 09525 55550. The Nuggets actually winning that quarter 14-11, so better signs for them offensively.
Yeah, good response from them from bouncing back from that 3-point quarter. They've held the Giants to 11 points in every quarter. Can they get them under 10 and can they go on a little bit of a scoring run?
Yeah, stranger things have happened for us here in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Seen leads like this disappear within seconds, and Nuggets well capable of doing it. They are 2 from 10 though from downtown. Conversely, the Giants 5 from 12.
Hey, but they have the likes of Bardsley, who held that single game scoring record for a very long time with 25 points.
Yeah, only recently broken by Tyson Tatapasi from the Jets, who is also the all-time Rapid League leading scorer now, as Stoddard picks up where he left off.
He's feeling good right now. Give him the ball a little bit more inside, and we see them in a 1-3-1 zone.
Up to 13 now is Max Stoddard. Out of Invercargill, a little bit further up than from home. Crate can't find it from deep. The Nuggets now with momentum. Louis Martin. Stoddard goes to screen and gives a lane, but Crate back-to-back blocks. Can the Giants finish the streak? Crate deserves it. Dempster will get it. Back to Jones. Oh, Martin's making his life hard. Jones has 5, has 4, and turns the ball over to Jones. Oh, Edwin. Thank God he's wearing the face protection.
Right, needs to add a helmet onto that hard pass.
Let's take another look at this Crate block. Man, his timing is unreal. Back-to-back massive blocks for Crate.
He was sitting on that, waiting for it. Man, too long.
There he is. Crate just flexing his athleticism today. 2 blocks, a big dunk, now a steal. Surely he's rewarded here as Jones will settle down. Likes the matchup with Smiler, gets it. Finds Adams, he's 2 from 3. The Nuggets now could get it back to 3 with the bucket. Martin right into the hands of Hillhouse.
Right, the Giants are still yet to score, but Crate's doing a good job. And Bardsley with a block of his own. He's seen enough from Crate, wants to get involved.
Has an absolute block party here tonight in Dunedin. Let's see that one more time on the GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Did a great job there, walled up, timed that perfectly.
Right, kept his arms straight up so the refs could see, went and got that ball.
Oh, that could have been another highlight plate for Crate. Instead, it's back the other way for the Nuggets. Could make it a 1-possession game with a bucket here. Martin can't do it. Giants, they get away with one.
We see them in a man-to-man. When they miss, they stay man-to-man. When they make it, they're going a 1-3-1.
A bit of an elevation of zone defenses introduced this year in the Sky Broadband Rapid League, I felt. Jones getting crafty. Stops on a dime, connects. Oh, that's nice.
It's tough to ask your big to defend someone like Hayden Jones, so dangerous, so versatile in the way he scores.
And a timely bucket for the Giants as well, just gives them that little extra breathing room as Stoddard uncharacteristically turns the ball over.
Right, Sam Dempster says, thank you very much. I've seen that trick before.
Yeah, he's had too many years in this league for that to happen to him. Great. Again, wanted the highlight reel. Didn't quite get it. Already has enough highlights to his name today, I reckon.
Right, he's making a whole little clip just from this one Rapid League game. But could that bucket cost them the Nuggets score here?
Smiler, crafty, gets his way through two. Gets it up, it's 5 points now, Crystal.
A two-position game, and now you're looking at that alley-oop pass going, you should have just laid it up.
Yeah, if the Giants don't score here, they'll be really kicking themselves. It'll be Jones to receive it. Hugged by Bardsley. Barely has space. Can't draw the foul. And the Nuggets now could make it interesting. Stoddard had a lot of confidence in that one. Bardsley, oh. He's whistled for the foul. That could really be a deciding moment for the Nuggets. Just grab the singlet there on the rebound.
Yeah, that's tough, especially in a moment like this in the game. But hey, they can still get a stop here. And look at this physicality carry on with Bardsley and Jones.
And no choice but to hug in the backcourt, the Nuggets. And a stop desperately needed for them here. The Giants have just held on to their lead for all of today, really. Oh, but a costly turnover. The Nuggets, they got to go. Great. Thought it was clean. Called for the foul.
That's exactly what the Nuggets wanted. A stop to come down the court. They need a score here and then right back into defense.
And plenty of time for these guys, but they want to rush. They want to push. Still a winnable game for the Nuggets. The Giants composed at the moment, holding on to their lead. Smiler. Ball, of course, in the hands of Martin. Back to Smiler. And that's just too easy for the young man. It's back to three.
Get up. They're trying to foul. They get it. Hayden Jones, though, I don't know if that's the guy you want to foul.
Not quite. Arguably one of the best shooters in this country. Inherited that skill from, obviously, his old man. Mother, Kat Jones, of course, probably equally as good of a shooter.
Oh, yeah, or if they're not getting it from her, he got it from his sisters.
Yeah, it's an uncharacteristically talented family, the Jones family, and we have another foul in the backcourt. And it'll be Aston Inwood at the free throw line. Originally out of Nelson, spent some time at Victoria University, but back home where he belongs. Just too long on that free throw and keeps the Nuggets' chances alive.
I was going to say he went 1 for 2 earlier in this game. So hopefully can put that one behind him and knock this one down.
Yeah, and clutch from the second one. They'll use, of course, their BNZ player timeout while the Nuggets.
But that was a crucial free throw. Now it puts them up by 4. Now it's back to a two-possession game. The Giants can breathe a little easier going into this last 9 seconds.
Yeah, and obviously for the Nuggets, as you see that QR code, you can scan that for a chance to win tickets to this season's games. Obviously, they're out of their BNZ player timeouts now, no coaches timeout. So even if they do get a rebound off the free throws that I'm sure we'll see for the Giants, it's going to be a tough feat for the boys from Dunedin. Will find Freeman, who is going to have to find something. Martin will release it. Buries it. Oh, it's a 1-point game.
And smart for the Giants to call their timeout, advance the ball, get it away from the Nuggets basket, but wow, how about that three? Look at Martin, come off, no hesitation, lines it up perfectly. Big three for the Nuggets.
And the execution out of a BNZ player timeout. Of course, scan that QR code for your chance to win tickets to this season's games. That's an epic execution for no whiteboard, like you said, just some fingers pointing.
Right, that was great play from them. Martin got just enough separation to receive that ball, get it into a spot, and line it up.
Big time play incoming for the Giants. They only have a 1-point lead. Could be interesting here. Dempster will find it. It's a foul on Smiler. Oh, a steal would have been outrageous, but a foul is committed.
I was so nervous for the Giants when I saw that inbounded. Wow, it was close. Lucky.
Yeah, lucky's the right word. Smiler definitely had a hand on it, but did in the end bobble over Dempster. So deserves two from the Chemist Warehouse's Dempster.
And they don't have their BNZ player timeout, so even if Dempster misses here, they'll have to go the full length of the court. Do they have any plays? Who do they go to right now?
And luckily for the Nuggets, still 5 seconds, which is a lot of time. Just come down to these free throws from the veteran. Who else would you want at this Chemist Warehouse stripe right now? So cool, so composed for one. Sends it to a 3-point game. All eyes on the final play here. Bardsley pulls it from deep and way too short for Matthew Bardsley. The Giants will escape in a thriller, 38-35. Wow.
What a game by the Giants, just hanging on to that one. The Nuggets, great comeback in those last few quarters.
But the Giants very well composed and a great spread of scoring like we've spoken about before, Crystal.
Yeah, Stoddart was good throughout the entire game with 13 points. Martin with that impressive three-point shot in the end got his score up to 11. But then no one else really hitting those double digits for either team. Dempster had 9 with those free throws at the end, Jones 6, and a bunch more 6s for the Giants. A really good and even scoring spread for them. St. Edwin brought the intensity all game, 6 rebounds for him, and Dempster obviously with 5 getting involved. But how about Craig? That was my favorite rebound of the day. And then Freeman, Stoddart on the Nuggets side also getting in there. Jones with those 3 assists, moving the ball well, and Crate and Inwood with 2, as well as Freeman for the Nuggets.
Oh, you can't forget those 2 blocks, can you, Crystal? 2 massive ones from Crate.
Right, and that somewhat of a response from Bardsley with his block as well. Martin, 3 steals. Oh, Smiler so close on that last one. Could have been totally different. But anyways, we get back to it. Crate with 2 steals and Freeman with 2 for the Nuggets as well.
Well, what a thriller here, and a great win for the Giants, who head up now to 7-2. Thank you so much for joining us here on Sky Sport, but don't go anywhere. Sal's NBL action coming up soon between the Nuggets and the Giants. We'll see you soon.
For imports, like
Yeah, there's not a lot for them. I just really hope the Giants do get one. It's really disappointing, you know, like it's just kind of sad. Okay, yeah, sure. Kia Kia ora, no mai, haere mai. Welcome in NZNBL basketball here on Sky Sport. The Otago Nuggets hosting the Nelson Giants tonight in the ice box. That is the Edgar Centre. The Nuggets coming off 4 losses on the bounce. But we'll do you one better. The Giants winless on the season, 0-8 so far. Maya Williamson joined by Crystal Ledger-Walker. Really a must-win game for both teams tonight.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Must win. Someone's going to win this game tonight. Someone will end up with a W in their column. Can Giants make it their first? Both should be desperate, hungry for this game.
Who gets the win tonight? The Nuggets heavy favourites. As we take a look at the standings, the Rams sitting on top after the Saints dropped one to the Hawks earlier today. The Bulls, Ears and Jets in the mix as well. And we'll head to the second page as we'll take a look at where the Giants sit, as well as the Nuggets. 10 plays 11 tonight, and notably the Giants without a win so far, Crystal.
Yeah.
And, well, the Rams coming off a torturous win against the Tuatara. That's going to be even worse. Tuatara and the Nuggets. That's a really quick bounce back, actually. Hawks and Phi, as well as Bulls, Nuggets. That's a big week for the Nuggets, whole league.
Yeah, actually, they did turn around. And they had turned.
Wait, oh no, I think a Sunday? Oh yeah, I guess that counts as the weekend. Starting 5, McNaught, Robinson, McRae. I think it's Coombs, apparently. Not Combs.
Okay.
Coombs. And Judd. I'll double check that one, but Coombs. Okay, yeah, for the Rapid League, right? Yeah, I did notice that. I'm not sure why, though, because that's what we usually go off, so that's not very good, but hopefully that's not going to happen for this one. But that looks right to me. I don't assume that's going to change. Yeah, we don't have it up on our thing yet, but I'll confirm, but I don't imagine it'll be anyone else. And then that also looks right to me. Okay, sweet. And coach of the Nelson Giants, Mike Fitcher. That was me throwing.
What are you hoping to see from your group today in terms of energy and execution on the road?
Both of those things, energy and execution. We lacked a little bit of execution with our new players coming in to the Southland game, so we've taken a couple of days to tidy some things up, so hopefully that looks better. But yeah, we need to bring maximum effort, maximum energy to try and get our first win of the season. And
you've got some new imports. How are they settling in?
Really good. So Jeremy Coombs joined us on Thursday. We met him at Christchurch Airport on the way to Invercargill. Callum McRae arrived on Tuesday, and Alex Robinson's been here for a couple of weeks now. So really great guys, settled into the group perfectly. Now we've just got to integrate them fully on the floor, but I like what they bring us. The two big boys, a little bit of a point of difference with the sides we're going to bring. So hopefully we can start showing that tonight.
Awesome, thank you.
Mike Fitcher, Knox, Carey Jr., Perez, Sabri and Jansen for the Nuggets. Blah, 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 blah. Coach Mike Kelly.
What has been your main focus in preparation for today's matchup against the Giants?
Yeah, it continues to be defense. We need to be better on the defensive end, both in transition and in the half court. So really focusing on that.
And what players are the ones to watch out for on the Giants side today?
Yeah, they've got a number of guys, bringing Alex Robinson in and now McRae coming in as well as Combs. Like, they've got some talented local guys, and then bringing in these 3 new guys over the last few weeks, it's changed the way they play, so we need to focus on them.
Awesome, thank you.
Mike Kelly, great guy. Here's the Chemist Warehouse head-to-head. A bit different here. 4 players, 15 points for Nuggets. That's a good one to talk about. Less shots. Way more points per game for Nuggets.
Why?
I don't know either. Oh, that'll be where they are ranked. Brett Clive, Regan Ashley, and Blake Rosanowski. Yeah, just got the starting fives here, and I believe all those ones were right that we had, so that should be good. Okay, brilliant. Thank you. Let's do this. Get that one out the way, eh? I'm okay, thank you though. Sorry. Oh, that was good. Far out. no mai haere mai. Welcome in Sal's NBL basketball here on Sky Sport. The Otago Nuggets hosting the Nelson Giants here tonight in Ōtepoti, Dunedin, the Edgar Centre, the Icebox, whatever you want to call it. It is amped April and it sure feels that way. The Otago Nuggets coming off 4 losses on the bounce, but one better. The Nelson Giants winless so far this season, 0-8 coming into today. I'm Maya Williamson, joined by Tall Ferns veteran Crystal Ledger-Walker, and really a must-win game for both sides.
Right, must win, and they'll both be glad that someone will come out of this game with a win, with a W in that column. But the Nuggets coming off a really tight game, one possession in overtime, one possession could have changed the whole outlook. So expecting both teams to come into today hungry, desperate, fighting for every loose ball.
Who gets the win tonight? The Nuggets, the heavy favourites. Mix and pick QR code. Get amongst. We'll take a look at the standings, and the Rams will go back on top after the Saints dropped one to the Hawks just this afternoon.
How wide open is this league? I mean, the Rams absolutely thrashing the Tuatara, and then the Hawks getting up over the Saints. I love that there's so many upsets, if you will, going on, and anyone can beat anyone on any night.
Cannot predict what's going to happen in this league. We'll take a look at that second slide. So tonight, 10 will play 11. Like I mentioned, Nuggets coming off 4 out of 5 losses of their recent games, but the Giants 0-8. Crystal, and uncharacteristically so, I think, as well.
I don't think anyone would have called them being in this position at this stage in the season. And obviously, they're also not happy. Their management isn't happy. They've made some changes to their lineup. They've got a new squad that will have to gel together tonight. But yeah, hopefully can make some changes.
Well, it's a big week ahead. The Rams will play the Panthers on Tuesday night in Pukekohe. And the Tuatara, coming off the back of a mighty loss to the Rams, will play the Nuggets, so a quick turnaround for them. The Hawks and the Phi on Thursday, that'll be a good battle. And the Bulls against the Nuggets again. That's a massive schedule for the Nuggets.
It is a massive schedule for the Nuggets, and they'll want to get tonight rolling so that they can go into the Tuatara game with some momentum.
We'll take a look at the starters now. For the visitors, the Nelson Giants, a way more complete roster now. You kind of feel like this one is to stay. McNaught, Robinson, McRae, Coombs and Judd. McRae recently in first game was on Friday night against the Sharks. How good is it to have him back?
Yeah, so good to have him back. A big body inside totally changes the way this Giants team can play.
And to lead their charge is a long-time Giants coach, Mike Fitchett. We caught up with him a little bit earlier.
What are you hoping to see from your group today in terms of energy and execution on the road?
Both of those things, energy and execution. We lacked a little bit of execution with our new players coming in to the Southland game, so we've taken a couple of days to tidy some things up, so hopefully that looks better. But yeah, we need to bring maximum effort, maximum energy to try and get our first win of the season. And
you've got some new imports. How are they settling in?
Really good. So Jeremy Coombs joined us on Thursday. We met him at Christchurch Airport on the way to Otago. Callum McRae arrived on Tuesday, and Alex Robinson's been here for a couple of weeks now. So really great guys, settled into the group perfectly. Now we've just got to integrate them fully on the floor, but I like what they bring us. The two big boys, a little bit of a point of difference with the sides we're going to bring. So hopefully we can start showing that tonight.
Awesome, thank you.
Well, that's a great point there, Crystal. The size is going to be unmatched for the Giants.
Yeah, and potentially a tough matchup for these Nuggets players. Obviously, they have some quick guards, some more smaller bigs. So, yeah, interesting to see how they'll defend those bigs today.
Well, for the hosts, the Nuggets, Knox, Kerry Jr., Perez, Sabri and Jansen. Now, they're getting pretty familiar with this roster now, Crystal.
They're looking good, especially those 4 imported players, if you count Jansen in there. They had a really good game against the Rams, as I mentioned earlier, a close one against the Rams.
Yeah, led, of course, by coach Mike Kelly. We also caught up with him a little earlier today.
What has been your main focus in preparation for today's matchup against the Giants?
Yeah, it continues to be defense. We need to be better on the defensive end, both in transition and in the half court. So really focusing on that.
And what players are the ones to watch out for on the Giants side today?
Yeah, they've got a number of guys, you know, bringing Alex Robinson in, and now McCray coming in, as well as Combs. Like, they've got some talented local guys, and then bringing in these 3 new guys over the last few weeks. It's changed the way they play, so we need to focus on them.
Awesome, thank you.
I like that there from Coach Mike Kelly. Defense really important for the Nuggets tonight, allowing almost 99 points a game. It's going to be dangerous tonight as we take a look at the Chemist Warehouse head-to-head points per game. A massive difference. The Giants are last in that category, Crystal.
Yeah, another massive difference for me is the fact that they have 4 players above 15 points or more. The Giants really struggling to find those extra people to come along and join that scoring party. But hey, those imports are looking good. With Coombs and McCray back in the game, they should help that scoring problem.
And a great pickup as well for the Giants to get Robinson, released from the Panthers, picked up straight away by the Giants to fill that point guard role alongside McNaught. How do you think that functions for the Giants, though? They've had so many moving pieces. You feel as though this might be the set one for the season. And we take a quick look at the referees, Brad Clive, Regan Ashley and Blake Rosanowski. But yeah, you kind of feel as though this might be what they are running with from now, so maybe we're looking up for them.
Yeah, definitely. They've had a lot of changes, and it is hard to play with those changes on the run. Obviously, they, as we heard Mike Fitcher talk about, they met Coombs at the airport. He doesn't even know what Nelson looks like yet, but he's had to come into this program, not only meet and bond with his teammates off the floor, but also on the floor as well. So hopefully with one game under their belt together, they can take another step up today.
Yeah, it was indeed the southern swing for the Giants, and a disappointing loss to the Sharks on Friday evening, 97-76. Probably quite unpredictable, I guess you could say, with having McCray and Coombs in the mix.
Yeah, I don't think many people, or if there was one game that they were going to get, it would have been that Sharks game they would have had circled. But those imports, those 3 imports for the Sharks are playing really well, and they're really hard to stop. And it's hard to go into a place with momentum with a new team and make some noise. So, yeah, tough one for them down there.
It'll be 9 on the bounce if they lose here tonight. The Giants, they'll certainly do everything they can to avoid that happening. And the Nuggets, sitting at 10th as well, really want to get a win here. As you see, Fidesz and Sabri on your screen. Their imports have been solid for them thus far.
They have, and no surprise that Mike Kelly spoke about defense in his pre-game chat. Obviously, a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year over in the Australian NBL. He's prided himself on that as a player and obviously now as a coach, and he'll be so disappointed because one play from that Rams-Nuggets game that you can point at in particular is when Walter Brown slid on the floor for that ball, but he just wanted it more than the Nuggets players, and that's something they'll have to bring tonight if they want to get out of here with a win, because the Giants are coming in hungry.
It's going to be all go here in the Edgar Centre. You can feel the atmosphere building, the crowd beginning to get loud as our night and day ball boy will make his way out on the court. Fits the bag a little better than the Rapid League ball boy, that's for sure. Big smile on his face.
And not just the bag, that bag looks like it's full of some goodies.
Well, you know, night and day always provides the goods. And the crowd giving him a good cheer as he walks off. A high five from Coach Mike Kelly as well. It's all go here in the Edgar Centre. And we're underway. It'll be the Giants with the opening possession. McNaught at helm of point guard duties tonight. Robinson Jr., we're going to say that name one too many times. Coombs will open things up straight away.
And right away we see them going to their big men inside. That's their point of difference that they spoke about, having those 2 big bodies, and the Nuggets don't have anyone size-wise that can match that.
Yeah, 7-1 and 6-8 to match tonight for the Nuggets, and their opening possession goes the opposite way. A moving screen whistled, which, Krista, we've seen a lot of this season so far.
We have. We know there's an emphasis on it, and someone like Alex McNaught, who pays attention to things going on around the league, knows it. He runs right at that screen. Unfortunately, has to take one to the face to sell it, but gets the turnover for the Giants.
McNaught, always a keen and eager defender. Finds Junior. Carey has slipped over. It's a 5-on-4 advantage. McNaught will launch one. Coombs will contest that and come up with the offensive rebound. Here's the back down game. Can't go back-to-back, but of course 7-1, Callum McRae. Welcome back to Aotearoa. Can't complete the play.
Oh, and Perez will get it, just slow down the pace.
Perez will find Jansen. He's lethal from beyond the arc. Gets the friendly roll.
Yeah, and two different styles of basketball. We have a big in Jensen who does like stretch the floor, shoot that three, and also put the ball on the ground and face up against his players as well.
McNaught and McRae, a deadly duo. McRae finds Coombs. That's nice. Back-to-back baskets for the new import.
Yeah, we're seeing that connection starting to get going. Obviously, spent some more time since their game versus the Sharks.
Perez sporting a new hairstyle tonight. Buries it from downtown. Back-to-back triples for the Nuggies.
Yeah, and he's dangerous. He's a big guard to match up on for the guards, but he's small and versatile. Great pass by Robinson inside.
Woo, Robinson likes the new duo with Coombs, and Coombs is all 6 points for the Giants tonight. Kerry Jr. gets the response.
I don't know if he just did that really fancy, if I thought I'm making up. It kind of looked like he traveled on that.
Well, they got away with it there, Nuggets. If that was the case, up 2. Coombs having a field day, loves the Edgar Centre.
And Mike Fitchett spoke about that. He's a little bit more of a mobile big, and we see him doing that there, getting it done by putting the ball on the floor.
Kerry Jr. now working on McNaught, the bigger of those. Callum McRae says, oh, no, actually, no, thank you.
Right, comes over, supports Alex McNaught. Forgot about me back here.
No, it's kind of a polite little block from the 7-1 man. That goes out of bounds. I thought tipped away by the Nuggets. May have been a little hand in there for the Giants, so we'll be back the other way.
McRae thought so too. McRae spent some time with the Giants a few years ago. He should slot back into this team a little bit easier, familiar with the coaching styles, the systems that they have in Nelson.
Had a blinder of a year with the Sharks last year. 15.5 points a game and 12.5 rebounds a game. Oh, that's going to come off Perez. He is not happy about that one. A great effort there for the Giants. They get a stop and a chance to edge this one out in front.
Yeah, good defensive pressure from the Giants. See what Alex McNaught has here.
Judd finds Coombs. Kerry Jr. read that one. Of course, emphasis on defense tonight was the order from Coach Mike Kelly. Judd yet to see action for the Giants tonight. Finds McRae as Robinson. It's a dangerous position for Jansen. McRae, the back down, gives it to Robinson. Off the back rim.
McRae, a good passer out of the post, but too much space for Robinson on that one.
Perez doing what he does, bullying through the lane. Will regain possession here.
And I thought Robinson hit that off of Perez's leg. Unfortunate that the ref saw it a different way, but they're closer than I am.
Yeah, but I thought Patakata officials always doing a great job. Perez finds Kerry Jr. Flamethrower, Kerry Jr. What else?
And that is his shot. He shows up in big moments. We saw it versus the Rams when he knocked down that three. Makes no mistake.
Nuggets a 3 from 3. From three-point land tonight. Coombs. Oh, and again, 10 straight points for the new import. Jeremy Coombs, welcome to Aotearoa.
Right what they ordered. Went at the mismatch against a smaller guard.
Oh, Perez on an island by himself. Can't get the friendly roll. It'll be Giants now. Coombs is on a heater. He can't see anything else, and his first miss comes from the foul. He'll hit to the Chemist Warehouse stripe. What a start for the 29-year-old. Not to mention 29 and moving like that. Hello.
Right, looking very comfortable out there. He comes here from Japan. He actually played in the same league as Callum McRae out there. So has someone he's a bit familiar with.
You can't help but feel that that might have been the connection that got Coombs in there. It was a devastating period for the Giants, releasing both Jalen Forbes and Bryce Johnson. But Great pickups in Coombs and Robinson.
Right, well, good recruiting from McRae if he did say some words to get him to come out this way. Who wouldn't want to play with that guy?
Yeah, that's 11 points now for the big man. They are in front now. The Giants is Robinson. An absolute pest on Bardsley. Makes him pick up the ball. Doing the same to Sabri, who has a little bit more space now. Steps back and pulls. Offensive rebound to Freeman. Carey Jr. No, and here go the Giants. Coombs did well to avoid a travel there. So new, he doesn't even have his last name on the back of his singlet. Robinson. McRae contested that one. It'll be Nuggets possession. Looks like there's going to be a flop warning against the Giants, possibly on Callum McRae. Bit of a corridor here between Brad Clive and Jose Perez.
Yeah, not too sure who or how that flopping call came about. We see Hayden Jones check in the game and continue to apply pressure to this ball handler.
Jones so good in the Sky Broadband Rapid League, their leading scorer. Perez has another bite at the cherry. Buries that one from deep. Ran back, he knew that was going in. 2 for 3 now from that land from Perez.
And that's a great response and a way to attack those bigs if you're the Nuggets. Stretch the bigs, make them get out. They're going to start shooting twos inside, trade them for threes.
And McRae, he's had a tough start to this one. You just see him there on your screen, the frustrated clap. A couple of misses for him, but it will be a travel for the Nuggets, so we'll stay with the Giants. Giants on a southern swing. Took on the Sharks Friday evening. Now the Nuggets here. And then we'll travel home. Robinson finds McRae. Now this is a mismatch. Bodies flew at him. Can't make the first, will make the second.
Good look from them to go at that mismatch with Bardsley on him. But McRae on the smaller point guard.
Carey Jr. $1 million move, 50-cent finish. In transition goes Judd. Coombs, 1-2, no, but gets the foul.
What a workhorse, getting himself in there, following up Judd's shot.
And we're going to see our first time out of the game from Coach Mike Kelly. It's been a rapid start to this one. 6 minutes already passed, 14 apiece, Crystal.
Yeah, and how good is this Giants squad come out today, especially with Coombs really carrying that load. Him and Callum McRae, they've really gone inside, trying to put an exclamation point that they have bigs that can get it done, and they're going back to him.
And if you think this basketball was exciting, then strap in. The Trans-Tasman Throwdown begins next week. Adelaide will be the first hosts. Tall Blacks take on the Boomers, and then the 2 Degrees Tallferns take on the Opals, and it'll come home to Aotearoa Hamilton the 11th of May. How exciting is this? Tallferns will play on home soil for the first time in 5 years.
That's insane that you say 5 years is a very long time. So good that we can finally have some international basketball on New Zealand soil. But yeah, those are going to be some tough games. The Opals, the 3rd best team in the world, they're tough to go up against, and the Boomers consistently bringing good talent.
Yeah, it's going to be a classic Aussie-New Zealand rivalry, of course, and many picks from the NZNBL right in front of you, sporting the jerseys for the Tall Blacks.
Right, and the Boomers. We've got some Boomers out there too, with Owen Foxwell suiting up.
Yeah,
and
of course.
Bowen for the Rams.
Yeah, Kyle Bowen as well for the Rams, earning Boomers honours.
Surprised Davo Hickey's not in that mix, but lucky for us.
Yeah, thank goodness. That'll be a matchup though. Taylor Britt and Davo Hickey did see that on yesterday evening, but didn't go so well for Davo Hickey that time round. Great win for the Rams. An absolute blowout. Combs buries that one from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. And he's up to 13 points and 5 rebounds on the night. And it's the first quarter.
Right, good start from him. Good recruit. Tough pass from Perez inside.
Yeah, just went through hands. Perez not being allowed his go-to back down game. Robinson will be the point guard as McNaught sits on the bench.
And Robinson, another good get for the Giants. You can play to him or you can play through him as we see him moving the ball.
Yeah, ball's been flying for the Giants here. Just get statue at Robinson. Jones will have it now. Shifty as always, buries the triple.
How nice is that? A little hesitation getting up into his three-point shot. Such a nice release.
Jones, of course, an absolute sniper. I mean, it comes from his family, but shooting less than 30% this season, I'll be happy to see that one go through the bottom of the net. Perez just doing what he does. Bowls Dempster out the way.
That is a big body guard because Dempster isn't someone
That's not
that
an easy body to move.
Right. But Perez, very strong, and we see them in a little 1-3-1 zone. The Giants able to make them pay.
Yeah, Dempster will answer. It's been a heck of a quarter so far for the Giants. Just 21 points within 7 minutes. And are happy to take advantage of whatever zone the Nuggets will throw at them. Perez clearly likes this matchup and has the better of Dempster for 2 plays in a row.
Dempster is shooketh. How did I get that foul? I thought I was walled up.
And he's still having some choice words to the referees. I feel like a guy like Sam Dempster can afford to have some words with the referees by now.
Oh, he knows these referees personally. He's been around the league so long. He can tell the referees what it was like back in 2008.
Probably a little dirtier, I reckon. Brad Clive happy to have some cordial with them as Perez misses that first from the Chemist Warehouse. But makes the second, does Perez. Every point counting because every free throw made in the Sal's NBL helps build a community for those in need. Thanks to the Chemist Warehouse and BB&Z Hoops in Schools program. Back the other way now, the Giants. Coombs finds Dempster, read by Sabri.
Yeah, good hands from Sabri to get that one.
A quieter start for Sabri. That's only his second shot attempt. Draws the foul yet again for the Giants, and it'll be Sabri now at the Chemist Warehouse. Dempster again, having some words.
There's no way you're coming into this league as a ref and not knowing who Sam Dempster is. I'm sure he has some respect with the officials. We see Sabri missing that free throw.
27-year-old out of Kentucky. Just came off a 9-game stint in Luxembourg. 19.5 points a game, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, and a block and a half. Comes to New Zealand with a plethora of experience. And a great pickup to replace Todd Withers. They would have been devastated with that loss, but a great pickup nonetheless. McRae just doing what he does.
Yeah, that's a great way to punish that zone as well. Give it to your big man inside. Let him go to work as we see Robinson hassling Sabri up the floor. He's been aggressive with his on-ball defense to start this game.
Giants still holding on to that 5-point lead. Robinson will check out, McNaught back in. Sabri finds Stoddard, a bit of action for the youngster off the bench. Carey Jr. gets the trip and will get a foul. Giants just struggling to contain without fouling at the moment.
Yeah, and Carey Jr. is doing a really good job of getting past his player. He plays so physically. He gets into the body of the defense on his finishes. And his coach has some solid feedback for him there.
Aston Inwood in the game now. The 21-year-old off the bench was epic in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. An elite role player, Aston Inwood. Carey Jr., what a season he's having here in the Sal's NBL. Averaging 24 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds and a steal. Takes his time at the Chemist Warehouse and rattles that one home. Back to 3.
I think if they can keep this game close, it's 100% going to come down to the game management, how they go with these possessions.
McNaught likes the dance with Carey Jr. Won't finish at the rim, and it's an easy lay for Stoddard, and it's back to 1, Crystal.
And we saw a lot of that earlier. Stoddard getting out in transition with some big finishes in the Rapid League game.
Here goes Jones. Here's McNaught in the corner. Crate doing what Crate does. The athlete inward will clean up and finally sink it home.
You said it, inward, doing all the little things in the right places. He's training to be a Dempster apprentice as we see him close out on Sabri.
There is Dempster cleaning up the boards. Jones finds New Zealand teammate. Back to him, back to McNaught. Not a lot happening right now for the Giants. McNaught will go 1-on-1. Does a lot of play off 2, finds Dempster. Buries it from downtown, Dempster.
Automatic, quick release from Dempster on that 3.
2 for 2 for the veteran. Up 6 now, the Giants. Stoddard looks to give one back. Off the front rim. Couple of positions left in this one. Jones. Handle. Tight. Keeps it with Crate. Shot clock below 7 now. Jones, may I have this dance? Stops on a dime. Off the front rim. Dying seconds here for the Nuggets. Sabri launches and can't connect. And that'll wrap up the first quarter here in the Edgar Centre. The Giants with a convincing 28-22 lead. Will go to a break, but be right back with some more action. No mai hoki mai, welcome back here. Second quarter of Sal's NBL basketball for your Sunday evening. The Giants over the hosts right now, the Otago Nuggets. It's been all Giants to start off with, and a really good quarter for these guys. Crystal, winless at the moment. They're looking to get there first.
Yeah, they are, with the addition of Jeremy Coombs back in the mix. He had 13 points in that first quarter, absolutely dominated inside. We saw him go off and take a little bit of a break, so hopefully he'll come back in this second quarter refreshed and bringing that same scoring mentality.
Sal's super special, of course, this week. The large veggie pizza for all who prefer. $32 for a large What a deal in this economy. Scan that QR code or use the online code, valid until Tuesday. Back in the action here in Otipoti, and Smiler has it to open. And it was all Giants to start off with, though, as the ball will stay with Perez. And a great opening quarter. 3 from 6 from beyond the arc, 44% from the field. 6 offensive rebounds, and how good was Coombs, their new import?
Yeah, so good. And I also like Aston Inwood, the matchup on Perez. We see Lucky Crate on Jets inside.
Robinson thought he took his lunch money. Shocked with the foul. Composes himself nonetheless. Back down there from Jono Jansen. Took advantage of the mismatch.
Yeah, good read by Robinson. Unlucky there.
It's going to be baseline ball. Sabri, is that a flex or a play call? Let's see.
Both.
Just letting you guys know at home. And it's an offensive foul. Whistled against Smiler. Just a little bit too much contact on the back screen. But Sabri, he had a wide open look at that.
Yeah, he did. Something that the Giants will definitely want to keep in mind next time they see him flex. And we see them go back into their 1-3-1 zone.
Robinson been so good this season so far. 31 minutes, 14 points, 6 assists and 8 rebounds for the Giants in the few games that he's played. Crate, what an athlete. Finds Robinson, and there he is again. Deja vu, this possession. Robinson lost it, but foul whistled.
Lucky there, because the Nuggets were out and running.
Couldn't see who that foul was on. We'll get confirmation in a second. But Robinson putting pressure on this Nuggets defense. McNaught. Send some orders. Giants will find Robinson. Oh, shifty little cross. Can't finish the play, can Robinson?
Right, how quick was that crossover? The Nuggets looking to push.
Sabri through hands. It'll be Giants to come up with it. Pushing in transition. Coombs has 13 already. Make that 15!
And the finish, tough, strong body. Went straight at Perez. The big man with some handles.
Oh, we've got to take another look at that. On the GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Draws the contact. Perez disappointed. Coombs has been an absolute problem so far. 15 points and 5 rebounds. 75% from the field. Just can't complete three-point play.
I was going to say, but can he shoot free throws?
He's 3 for 5 on the night now. Little inverted screen there. Darcy Knox clearing the way for Jose Perez.
A little bit of a delay of play warning. But back to what I was saying earlier, Aston Inwood, I like him matching up against Perez because he has the lateral quickness to try stay in front and the body type to meet his strength.
Yeah, absolutely. He's definitely the best one-on-one assignment for the Giants. Means they can have Coombs and McRae active and help, as well as Robinson. Stops on a dime. Nice little pull-up, Jay. Bit of a lost art form in the game of basketball nowadays.
Yeah, but we know he can do that. He can score in bunches.
Knox now, again, back to this matchup. There's a lot of space. There's Darcy Knox. Won't finish the play. Robinson, he's dangerous with a change of pace. Finds Crate, slams it down. Lucky Crate.
Man, how many times have we seen that Lucky Crate getting up? Great pass from Robinson, and they force the the Nuggets to use their BNZ player timeout. Let's check it out on replay.
Oh, the flying Lucky Crate out of fielding high. Wow. What a highlight play from the youngster. And of course, the BNZ player timeout called by Darcy Knox. Scan that QR code for your chance to win tickets to this season's games. And as you can tell, they're pretty exciting.
They are, and especially when you can come watch exciting plays like that one.
Carey Jr. looking to make an exciting play of his own and does so. The hoop and the harm gets the better of Alex McNaught on that one.
He says some words to him about it too. He never shies away from the contact. Watch him come off this curl hard. He doesn't go away from McNaught. He goes straight into him, straight through him, draws that foul.
Yeah, 9 points so far on the night for Carey Jr. He's 42% from the field. And if you like what you're seeing in front of you in terms of these uniforms, you can head to the team merch store, scan that QR code and shop online now. Head to Sterling Sports website.
You hate that as a coach. The free throw shooter got his own offensive rebound. Nobody boxed him out.
And has this mismatch now on Callum McRae. No doubt beats him off the dribble. Finds Knox in the corner. And it's the offensive rebound by way of Martin. It's going to be a rebounding foul here. And there's going to be some conversation around who that goes on. Looks like it was on McNaught, so we'll stay with the Nuggets. McNaught up to 2 personals now.
Nuggets just giving more attention to those offensive rebounds, chasing hard.
Yeah, well, it's 3 offensive rebounds so far for the Nuggets and 11 for the Giants. So mismatched that category if I've ever seen one. Knox misses 3-point attempts, 3 in a row. Perez as Judd finds Martin. Way too long. An offensive rebound number 4. Knox finishes the play.
Right, that was inevitable that they were going to score because they got so many offensive rebounds in that possession.
Robinson from the corner. The answer from the Giants. They hold on to their lead.
Great pass from Coombs to get it to him. Mismatch inside. Jansen, too big.
That's a great little settler there for the Nuggets. Brings them to within 7. Touching distance. Teetering on a momentum shift of the Nuggets. McRae, same spot. Same result for Robinson.
And once again, although Coombs didn't touch the ball, he drew a lot of attention on that cut. Took the defense. And Robinson left it wide open on the other side.
Jansen, Perez, Martin in the corner, fouled! And the bucket!
How good has Martin been for this Nuggets squad this year? Had some really big plays for them, steps up in the right moments. And just like this, had his feet ready, set, and has a chance to make it a 4-point play.
The best type of M1 you can get, Christian Martin, 21-year-old, out of Tamaki Makaurau. A solid role for him. 15 minutes off the bench, almost 7 points and 2.5 rebounds. He's shooting it at 38% from downtown. Can't complete the 4-point play. A point goes begging for the Nuggets. Robinson, Judd. It's not a hot spot no more. Rebound for Jansen. Knox will slow the pace here. Perez. Many open attempts for him tonight from downtown. Won't sink that one. Jones. Coombs. A little cooler so far in this corner. Finds Judd. Ooh, it's hot today for the Giants.
Right, Judd, very good 3-point shooter. Knocks it down. Shooting the 3 ball at 50% this season.
Yeah, I believe he's definitely within the top 10 in this league as Martin rattles that one home. Brings it back to single digits. That was Judd's first points of the night. Encouraging signs for him. McRae draws so much attention, all eyes on him. Robinson has 8. Back to McRae. 7-1. You're not stopping that.
I like that. They gave it to him. He gave it back out. They worked it around, got it back into him, and he went to work. Good team basketball.
Just 6 points in the night now for Callum McRae. Has drawn a lot of attention. Jansen. Knox. Back to Carey Jr. Same situation, different player. Perez knocked away. He's been contained tonight so far. Jones. Stripped by Knox.
Oh, and a foul?
It is going to be a foul. You're right, Crystal. Won't see it on your screen, but foul would be whistled. We'll get confirmation on who that actually was on in the second. Going to have some subs coming in for the Nuggets. Sabri and Bardsley give Knox and Martin a break. And it actually will be inbounded on the baseline. Oh, Sal's super special this week. Large veggie pizza. Get amongst. Be healthy this week. $32. Scan that QR code or use the online code Sal's Crossover 25.
All right, sure you can get your 5+ a day with that. Robinson likes that mid-range game.
Leaves it short though, does Robinson. 8 points on him for him tonight. It's going to be a backcourt violation for the Nuggets. Perez, he looks frustrated. And that's turnover number 7.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's an unforced turnover. You know, just a sloppy mistake by the Nuggets.
And they've been kept pretty low. 35 points is all. Carey Jr. with 9. Perez with 11 as McRae just goes back to basics, and there just is no stopping that.
There isn't, and good work by the Giants to get it to him on a spot that he loves, which is that block.
And the one-on-one defense just always gonna be a bucket for McRae. Can't be contained with the smaller Jansen. But he gives it back with a downhill drive of his own, just off the back rim. And the Giants lead by 12. That is relatively convincing so far. McRae loses the handle. Can't keep it alive. The Nuggets off to the races. Sabri to Bardsley. Athletic, but it will count.
Man, Bardsley is so athletic, gets out in transition. That was a fancy finish. A lot of jelly on that layup.
Yeah, that was a lot of jelly. You're right. Went up, under, hung in the air for what felt like 4 seconds. And someone must have got a touch in there. Basket will count. And that's timely as well. Brings it back to 10.
It is. The Nuggets needed that. And they're going to need some more stops. And try get them before this halftime break.
McNaught quiet tonight. Just 2 assists to his name so far. McRae. He's hugged by Stoddard. Dempster goes 3 for 3 off the bench and forces the Nuggets to use their second timeout. The Giants a 13-point lead. And Crystal, how good to have Sammy D coming off the bench and nailing 3 triples.
Right, when you have him coming off the bench and able to do things like that, makes your team feel so much better. Your bigs are playing good. Your guards are knocking down shots. Good work, good start from the Giants. Nuggets definitely want to talk about their defensive end.
Yeah, what's the adjustment here, do you think, coming out of the timeout? Is it an adjustment, or is it just kind of a composure chat right now from Mike Kelly?
Yeah, I'm not sure because they're getting killed inside with that big. Do you go and double it? Do you try to get it out of his hand a little bit more? But then you're leaving those shooters wide open, and right now they're knocking them down, so it's a risk. But they're going to have to change something, going to have to mix it up, find another way to get the ball out of the bigs' hands and, yeah, get there on the closeout for those threes.
Well, it's been excellent execution so far for the Giants. 24 points in the paint and 7 made threes. Just scoring from all facets. Chemist Warehouse, of course, the official stats partner of the South's NBL. Nuggets really taking their time to talk over things. Mike Kelly squeezing all the juice he can out of that timeout. They trail by 13, only 37 points on the evening tonight. And it's been pretty quiet from Sabri, their third import, just 1 point for him tonight.
Yeah, that's an impressive defensive work from the Giants. And we've spoken about their offense, but how about the defense getting all the way up the court, applying that pressure to the guards? They're just making their presence be known all over the court.
Oh, absolutely. This has been relentless defense from the Giants, who currently sit at 9th in points allowed per game. So not been a forte of theirs so far, but have made emphasis on it today. Bardsley. Oh, he's whistled for the carry ball.
Yeah, I definitely think that was a carry back, not at the end, but back at halfway when he tried to split the defense. Definitely felt like his hand went under the basketball.
Well, that's testament to this Giants defense. Like you said, Crystal, applying so much pressure at the moment. McNaught off the punch screen from Dempster. Dempster back to McNaught. Right into the hands of Sabri. It's a chance now for the Nuggets. Perez loves that matchup against Dempster, but Judd loves it even more. Almost sent it to the bleachers. Stoddard with the miss. And Nuggets, another possession gone begging.
And they're fighting hard, but things just aren't going for them right now. Let's have another look.
Yeah, Judd, like a human trampoline, sends that one away. Well, it's all going right for the Giants at the moment. McNaught loves that punch screen with Dempster. A lot of movement here for the Giants. McRae. The younger and smaller Stoddard. Ball's flying. Judd. Too long. Good stop for the Nuggets.
Although that was still a good look for the Giants, I like that Stoddard made Cullen McRae catch that further out of the paint. Take some more time to get into the hoop.
Sabri continues the tough day at the office with that long miss. It's Jones now. Sabri, though, the redemption block. There he is. Can't complete the play, and it's been that kind of night for the Nuggies. McNaught, though, an uncharacteristic mistake. Don't you hate when you just dribble it off your foot?
I know, it's the shoes. It's the type of shoes you get. Something there, but no, lucky for the Nuggets. Lucky they get it back.
Well, the Nuggets 5 from 20 from 3, and overall 43% from the field. It's just been a tough night by way of execution tonight, Crystal.
It has, and not getting things to fall, but that's something you can rely on, is getting into bodies, relying on the refs to make some calls. Get some free shots at the Chemist Warehouse line instead, especially when you're struggling to get things to go down.
Carey Jr.'s really got to light up if this Nuggets team wants to get a win, right? Like we mentioned, 24 points a game in 35 minutes. He truly is their anchor, the 26-year-old out of Virginia. Makes that first from the Chemist Warehouse.
And he is usually quite efficient, shoots a three ball at 40%. As I said, doesn't shy away from contact inside. And when he does get to the free throw line, shoots it just under 90%. So if he can get there a few more times, get some points in a more easier way.
And you've got to mention, that's 9 attempts from three-point land and 5.5 from the free throw stripe. So he's putting up some serious volume and is extremely efficient at that, like you mentioned, Crystal. Coombs, a hard life for him down low, but does get the whistle. It seems as though they can't stop him in this building. Sabri has walked into the crowd.
He
with
got off the
frustration.
court He is frustrated. He's mad. He doesn't want to be a part of it right now. Can't believe that call. Stoddart looked like he was standing up straight. Had to be some body in there.
Not sure what Sabri thought the corporate table could do about that issue, but just gave them a little taste of hello.
He's doing his meet and greet early.
Yeah, might not do it after the game, depending on how this one goes. Coombs, though, he's up to 16 and 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and only 13 minutes.
How impressive. In his first game with the Giants versus the Sharks, he had 19.6 rebounds, 5 assists. His efficiency has already doubled in this game.
And I believe we're going to maybe see it. Are we going to see a technical foul here against Perez? Camera's not going to catch that. Well, Perez will take a seat nonetheless. We'll just look to get confirmation on what did just happen. You do feel, though, the way the frustration and the words have gone from the Nuggets, that it was bound to come sometime soon, Crystal.
And that is the first time Sam Dempster has missed a free throw this year.
Season.
Yes, he was 100% from the free throw line before that shot.
Wow. Sammy D couldn't go this season with that streak.
Right, we didn't even try to jinx him.
No, I was making sure we got the call right. Jose Perez, we can confirm with the technical foul. Up to 2 on the night. 2 fouls, that is, not 2 Ts. Wouldn't want to see Perez say goodbye this early. Sabri. And you just feel the frustration has really gone to the Nuggets' head tonight.
Yeah, and you can just feel the energy, the excitement, the positivity that the Giants are playing with. 2 different stories right now. Nuggets are frustrated, some bad body language, but can they end this half with a good play right here?
Yeah, the Nuggets going through their saving grace at the moment. Carey Jr. through hands will stay with the Nuggets. And they'd love to get within 10 going into half. A bit more of an achievable effort for the last half of basketball here on Sky Sport.
We'll see who they go to here. You would think it'd usually be Sabri.
Oh, a bit of miscommunication there. Stays with Sabri. Has the pull. And too long. That's been the tail of the tape so far for the Otago Nuggets. The hosts at home trail 39-51. Plenty of more action to come here on Sky Sport. We'll take a quick break and be right back with some Chemist Warehouse stats. Hoki mai, welcome back here. Sal's NBL action on Sky Sport. Some future ballers just getting it done at the moment in the Edgar Centre. Maya Williamson joined by Crystal Ledger-Walker, and the winless Giants putting on a clinic tonight. 51-39, some Chemist Warehouse stats for you.
And that guy right there is the reason why things are looking different for the Giants right now. Coombs dominant inside, 16 points. He has been unstoppable. The Nuggets really struggling to find an answer for both him and McRae inside. And Dempster, 3 threes off the bench. He's feeling good about his new teammates. And Perez, Carey Jr., the only ones really doing any damage for the Nuggets with 11 points each. So we have a look at rebounds. Coombs once again almost at a double-double, 9 rebounds. Bardsley, Perez getting in on the action for the Nuggets. They had that period of play where they got like 4 offensive rebounds in a row. The Nuggets just need to find other ways to put the ball in the hoop. But Judd, Crate, Inwood also getting in there for the Giants. Look at those assists. Robinson Jr., he can really dish it out. He was a great get for this Giants squad. Someone they're really missing, a player that they can play to or play through, as we see him dishing it out, getting his teammates involved. And then blocks, Sabri with 2 blocks. And of course, McRae has one, the 7-footer, and Judd also has one, the high flyer. Steals, Sabri with 2, Robinson with 1, Coombs with 1, and then back on the Nugget side, Jansen and Carey Jr. with 1 each.
It's clearly been very favourable for the Giants. 24 points in the paint and 46% from beyond the arc. The Panthers coming this week take on the Rams. Recent Tall Black announcement, Tama Isaac has just been announced for being part of that Tall Black squad as they take on the Trans-Tasman Throwdown. Very exciting for the young man.
Yeah, how good for him to be in that mix. It really helps when you know the coach so well and the coach knows your game. So hopefully those young players can really go in with a lot of confidence.
Tuatara will look to bounce back from their uncharacteristic 40-point blowout against the Rams yesterday afternoon. On the Nuggets will take them on as a very tough schedule, and the Hawks will take on the Phi on Thursday. Jackson Bull recently announced that same Tall Black squad, so congrats to the youngsters. And the Bulls will finish the week with the Nuggets and Pukekohe. So that's a massive schedule for the Nuggets this week, Crystal.
That is a lot of games, a lot of recovery needed straight after this one. They'll want to come out of here with a win so they can go and come up to Auckland with some momentum, feeling good. But yeah, tough run for them.
It is the Giants that lead 51-39. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the second half very shortly. No mai hoki mai, kia ora and welcome back here. The Edgar Centre, the Icebox, and the Otago Nuggets, the hosts, falling to the Giants at halftime. 51-39 is the score. The winless Giants hoping to get one done here tonight and make it 1-8. Maya Williamson here, joined by Tall Ferns veteran Crystal Ledger Walker, and what a first half for the Giants.
Yeah, they came out through a solid first punch, really looked in control of that whole first half. Interesting to see what the Nuggets head coach would have said to his players. They need to find some energy, some heart, some soul to get them back into this ball game. But yeah, they need a response because typically the third quarter is their worst scoring quarter. So hopefully that tale will change today.
They must be hungry, so maybe they can get their hands on the Sal's Super Special this week. The large veggie pizza, $32 a pop. Scan that QR code or use the online code Sal's crossover 25. But you're right, Crystal, it feels as though from a basketball standpoint, obviously, 5 from 22 from the field, not great. Sitting below 40% from the field, not great either, but it's the energy. You can kind of feel it's off and the imports are chatting. It just feels like there's not a lot of cohesiveness for the Nuggets right now.
Yeah, and in a moment like this is where you need a leader on your team. You need your captain, whoever that is, to stand up, have some words to the team, really take control in those huddles, get everyone on the same page and bought in to turning this game around.
Still very much doable, lots of time to play, but the Nelson Giants have been electric tonight. 24 points in the paint, have shot 7 from 15 beyond the arc, 11 offensive rebounds. They've just done everything right, it feels, tonight.
They have, and they've played a really collective game, getting it done inside. They're knocking it down from outside, and they're applying that defensive pressure all the way up the floor, making it hard for these Nuggets players to get going.
The crowd building here in Otipoti, Dunedin. Youngsters gathering to watch what could be their future. And the Giants back out on the floor. The twin towers of Coombs and McRae been an issue tonight for the Nuggets. Let's see how they can control the power in the second half. Brad Clive having some corridor. Not sure what the issue is here. Looks like we'll be underway very shortly. Here we are, back underway. Sal's NBL action on Sky Sport. Thank you for joining us. Hope you're enjoying from wherever you may be. Sky Sport here in Aotearoa, ESPN in US, or FIBA YouTube around the world, and we're off to a hot start already for the Giants.
We are, and we see the Nuggets go with a little bit of a different lineup. They started their game with their imports all in, as well as Darcy Knox, but changing their lineup to start the second half, hoping some of these locals can have a bit more heart, a bit more energy, especially on this defensive end.
Well, it's been an emotional start for Sabri. He's 1.0 for 7 from the field, and Teddy's earned himself a technical foul, and actually, is that him sitting with his warm-up top on the end of the bench, Crystal?
It is, right on the end of the bench, down there with the manager. Hopefully he's okay. I'm sure we'll see him back in this ball game at some point as we see Stoddart line it up.
Stoddart from downtown. That's a great start for the Nuggets, a bit of an energy shift.
It is, and now it's back to a single-digit difference.
Just might be what the Nuggets needed, a core of local boys. Coombs to the other big men, Callum McRae, and it's a stop for the Nuggets.
And did you see that? 4 Nuggets players in the paint doing their best to shut down these big men for the Giants.
Way better enthusiasm out of the break for the Nuggets. Freeman in the corner. Too long. Another great shot, though, for the Nuggets. Over the top of Freeman. Oh, my goodness. Right to his back.
Yeah, that was...
Wow.
He was sold on that fake.
You are not allowed to do that in basketball if you didn't know. Just wanted to go for a little piggyback ride. Wow. Freeman sold out of the building.
Well, hey, we asked for energy. He brought some.
Yeah, that's energy, that's for sure. Coombs just tackled to the ground. It's going to be baseline ball. You feel like Coombs kind of deserves 2 free throws after that.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, they are giving him 2 free throws. They heard you.
I mean, when you get jumped on like that, the least you could do is give him 2 attempts on the Chemist Warehouse. Coombs makes it 5 from 8 for the night from the Chemist Warehouse. Of course, every make counting towards the Chemist Warehouse Hoops and Schools program. Putting a hoop in a school or a park near you around Aotearoa. There he is, 2 for 2. Shoulders obviously feeling all right.
Right, didn't jump on him hard enough. Makes the Nuggets pay.
Back out to a double-digit lead. Freeman, he's flying everywhere tonight. Carey Jr., Nuggets leading scorer, finds the young gun Freeman. Knox has worked hard on the glass tonight. Bardsley can't find Stoddard, finds Freeman instead, who finds the sideline. It's going to be a turnover for the Nuggies.
Unfortunate there, stepping out of bounds. Coach Killer.
McNaughton out, point guard duties. Coombs, danger zone, the hoop, and the harm. Coombs, he's too hard to stop.
He is. You've got to change something up. You can't guard him by yourself, obviously. Look at him there, spinning around Freeman, getting outside his body. So strong down on the block.
Has made absolute light work of that matchup with Freeman. 18 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists on the night for the American. 29 years old and a plethora of professional experience. Coming straight out of Japan in B3, played in Israel, Vietnam, Sweden, and most recently, before Japan, in NBL 1 for the Rockingham Flames. And it's always good to get an import, I feel, that has played NBL 1, a pretty similar style of basketball here to Sal's NBL.
Yeah, it's hard to explain to people the different styles of basketball played around the world. Obviously, we play a very physical, more disciplined game out here. It's a great shot from the Nuggets to get that 3.
Stoddard from the top. He's been solid for the Nuggies off the bench. Bringing the energy is this local group. Perez will be back on the floor now as well. McRae draws bodies, but finishes through them all.
Wow, between McRae and Coombs, it is tough going for the Nuggets inside as we see Carey Jr. getting to his spot.
And that's a great answer there. He hasn't had a lot of luck tonight. Was 1 for 3 before that attempt, and that is exactly what the Nuggets need to get back in this one. And a stop. Perez now the assignment on Coombs.
Finally, they get a stop inside, if you can count it.
There he is in the passing lane. Is he going to get up? The big man flushes it home. And what's the call here? Just a delay of game. We'll see that on the GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Picks the pocket, gets up, flushes it home. It's easy for the Giants.
Right, the ball goes flying after that. Have to reset. Threw it down. Can do it all.
He can do it, and that was awfully athletic for a 29-year-old. Not that that's old.
Right, that's not old at all.
The Nuggets back out to 12, got it to single digits. They've hung around, but just not quite enough. Perez, they need more of that.
They do. That's something that they can exploit. Draw those big men out on the perimeter, take them off the bounce, make them move their feet, tie them out a little bit more so they're not as efficient on their offensive side.
Perez, 20 points a game for the Nuggies, 5.5 assists and 7.5 rebounds Shoots from the Chemist Warehouse at 65%, 9.5 attempts a game. It is clear his trademark is just putting his head down, getting to the rim.
He has shot almost half of the free throws for this Nuggets team. Find the stats for you. I'm sure he's going to end up there again. I'll read them out to you when we get there. So we see Callum McRae back on that block.
Draws attention as always, is Callum McRae. Robinson stops, pops, can't connect. Bardsley, the athletic rebound, a chance to bring it to single digits. Judd flying into the corporate tables, active in the passing lane of the Giants.
Yeah, good work from Judd, just to have those active hands, hands up, ready. That's the type of defense you teach people to play, and they never do it. They never keep their hands up in the air. But Judd, textbook stuff from him.
Judd, clearly a sweaty guy. Yeah, a Nuggets floor wiper putting in some extra mahi to get that one cleared, and the triad of imports for the Nuggets back on now. So hopefully some cool heads coming into this tail end of the third quarter. Could be a single-digit game. Darcy Knox too long. Jansen misses the bunny. Giants now by way of Judd. Two big men out beyond the three-point line. Robinson, Coombs left all alone. Into hand, and here come the Nuggets. Sabri leads the break. Sabri hits every part of the rim but the bottom of the net, but gets the foul.
And that's something they can do more. Get those stops, get out running, get in transition.
Sabri been a quiet and frustrating night for him. Like we mentioned, 1 point, 0 for 7 from the night. Uncharacteristic for him. He's been great since his induction into this league. 31 minutes a game, 15.5 points as well. Makes that one from the Chemist Warehouse. Chucks a point in the piggy bank for the Chemist Warehouse Hoops and Schools program. Makes both up to 3 now. Back to 8, Crystal.
Yeah, it's still hanging around are the Nuggets. Good ball pressure, and that's good ball pressure from Darcy Knox, getting up, making that pass hard.
Oh, Sabri, he took out a dancer. And she checks on him, but she's been bowled over in the crowd. Prayers up to that lady. That's not an easy hit to take. Sabri, I don't know if I've seen that. Is she okay? I don't know if she wants to return to that spot. Took it like a champ.
Right, getting up nice and close in the action. Good pass by Callum McRae. Gets his first miss of the night.
Yeah, he's been so good off the bench. A few triples for him. And solid as always, Sammy D. the vet. There he is on Perez. Jansen, a shooter. Just too long, but Perez will clean up crew. Another bite at the cherry. And Dempster again gives up his second foul of the game. And it's going to be a timeout for Fitch. I believe it's his first of the game. Look, he hasn't been in really any situation where he's needed this. But it's a single-digit game. The pressure, you feel, is building for the Giants.
Yeah, it is. And the Nuggets are leading this quarter 13 points to 9. So the Giants definitely want to talk about it, get back in control of this game.
And you feel the energy definitely has shifted. Momentum working in the way of the Nuggets now.
Yeah, it is. And it's starting on that defensive side, getting their hands out in lanes, making... I think what they could improve on to try to shut down those bigs is better ball pressure, making those passes hard to get into the bigs. And we saw it in patches there, and I think that's why they've found some success.
Chemist Warehouse, of course, the official stats partner of the South NBL. Great to see the Nuggets dancer who was taken out by Jalen Sabri. She's back, she's up at it. And after a lethargic beginning from Sabri, great to see her back all fired up. Large veggie pizza is your Sal Super deal, $32 for a pizza. Scan the QR code or use the online code, Sal's Crossover 25. The Nuggets now with momentum in their favour. Darcy Knox has been, I think, really efficient for the Nuggets tonight. Doesn't always stuff the stat sheet, but does everything you can ask him to do.
He's always ready to go. Look at him set that screen. Great decision by him. Sets Perez up to get that layup. Almost screened his own, screened two guys in that play.
Yeah, they've really taken advantage of that inverted pick and roll with Darcy Knox actually setting the screen for Perez to get downhill. Oh, Robinson shakes off his defender, dips it to Callum McRae. I'm sure we'll see that on the NZNBL highlight show on Tuesday night.
How tough is Robinson to keep him in front of you? His handles are deadly. Usually does it to get to his shot, but that time does it to set up his teammate, Callum McRae, waiting for that ball.
Robinson, a pure point guard, that guy. Like you said, so quick off that first step, but can find his big men so well supported by Callum McRae and Coombs. He's up to 6 assists on the night. McRae, that's 11 points for him and 4 rebounds. Actually, you know, a relatively quiet night by his standards. We'll bury that second one. But a well-netted bucket, though, for the Giants. It was back to 6, extended out to 8 again. Perez has it now. The imports playing with fire. Shot clock's at 5. Perez has 4, has 3, and has 2 more on the tally.
Just going to say, that's a tough matchup for Callum McRae to go against Perez. But surprisingly, Perez bodied McRae to get to the rim. Not what I was expecting.
McRae so dangerous from that spot, but leaves that one begging. And the Nuggets really could get in touching distance with the make here. Perez has feasted on this matchup all night long and continues to eat.
Going about offense on his own, making his own shot there as we see Hayden Jones.
Jones, the youngster. A quiet little M1 for him. Sabri contains his frustration this time. Jones, the tough finish at the rim, athletic as always. We'll take another look on the GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Just beats Carey Jr. off the dribble. Sabri too late. And that's just points number 2 and 3 for Hayden Jones.
What's really stood out to me about Hayden Jones's game this year, or this season I should say, is his change of pace with his dribble. His ability to get people with his crossovers, his hesitations, to stand them up, playing at different paces and levels with the ball.
Yeah, don't be fooled by the fact that he's 18 years old. That kid plays with a maturity of upwards of 25 years old, you have to say, as Jansen flushes that one home easily. Of course, Jones committed to the University of Wisconsin, made his Tall Blacks debut in 2024, a bright future ahead for him. Back to 4 though, after that make. McNaught can't get the settler, but it's gonna count. Sabri gets McNaught the bucket. It's disbelief for the Nuggets. It's silence in the Edgar Centre after that call.
Yeah, they're not happy about that. But notice too the body language. They drop their body language. Not right now. You know, they're right back in this ball game. Stay together. Don't let these calls affect you.
Yeah, after trailing by 12 at half-time, they're within 6. Sabri is mauled. Jansen has it. Dempster taps it away. It's going to stay the Nuggets. Under 10 goes the shot clock. Jansen, effective, off the glass. O-board is good, and 1 is good. Back to 4.
Tough by Jansen, just stuck with it. Kept going after his rebound. Dempster, unfortunate to get him on his turnaround box out. Watch it on replay. Jansen stays with it. Dempster turns to box out, but gets him on the way he's turning.
Old Sammy D had a bit of a frustrating night so far. His hands have gone up at almost every call. Jansen contesting the boards well, leaves that one long. Jono Jansen 7 points on the night, 3 rebounds. Punch screen for Dempster. McNaught got away with the travel, I thought.
Yep, they definitely missed that one. Lucky there. Good cut.
Oh, vision from the big man. Sammy D to finish that one off. Another assist to add to the tally for Coombs. That's 4 for him tonight.
Good vision and good off-ball movement from the Giants. Coombs taking up so much attention by the Nuggets.
Many threats across the board, Crystal, for the Nuggets. Robinson Jr. up to 8, McRae with 12, Coombs with 23, Dempster with 9 off the bench, Jones as well posing a threat. Looking much more in form are the 11th place Giants. Lockie Crate causing issues. McNaught goes flying. Carey Jr. can't compete the play, and Jansen will fly but won't get the rebound. Encouraging signs though for the Nuggets. A wide open look for Carey Jr.
That's a great look for him. We know he can knock it down. We already mentioned it. He shoots the 3 ball at 40%. So unfortunate that that one missed, but also good signs that Jansen is hustling so hard on those boards.
McNaught familiar with his punch screen and that cross screen action to get Coombs a catch. McNaught finds Dempster instead. Patient goes Dempster and he earns the foul. A veteran play from Sammy D.
Great positioning from him. I thought Alex McNaught even could have taken that shot, getting deep in the paint. He hasn't been looking as aggressive to score this season, averaging just 6 points.
Yeah, he's taken a little bit of a step down in terms of his scoring role from 9.5 points a game last year, like you said, down to 6.
Yeah, his season high, he had 10 points against the Airs. That's his only double-digit game. I guess he has been trying to get his teammates more involved. He has some legitimate imports now that can score the ball, so good signs for him there.
And despite 5 seasons with the Giants, he is only 22 years old, so a big responsibility for him to be the starting point guard. And as you can see here, brings a lot of energy on the defensive end. The assignment on the Nuggets' leading scorer.
He does. He plays with such great intensity, energy, effort. Look at Perez bodying his way to the basket.
If you look up Perez's highlights, it's just going to all be those. Bully basketball at its finest.
He's someone that would absolutely dominate in the rack, as we see Coombs get by Jansen.
And every time the Nuggets come close, the Giants just able to find something to put them back out in front. And there it is, Jones takes the lunch money of Sabri, finishes it off with the Euro step. It's back to 10 in the blink of an eye, Crystal. Forces the Nuggets to a timeout.
Yeah, great defense from the Giants. And look at this. That's the perfect place to trap, just over that halfway line. Jones, great hands, makes no mistake on that finish.
And it got to 4, Crystal. The Giants kept their composure and blew it back out to 10. It's still within reach for the Nuggets, but they've got to turn something around quick.
Yeah, they do. Perez dominating with his 21 points, a lot of those coming in the paint. But yeah, Perez and Carey Jr. really the main two getting it done for the Nuggets right now.
Not a lot off the bench for the Nuggets either. They have options for the Giants, and Sam Dempster with 13 and Jones with 5. Creighton Inwood able to contribute, but Smiler 2 minutes off the bench. Stoddard has 8, Martin has 5, but we haven't seen much of him, only 3.5 minutes. It just feels like there's no one else to go to.
Yeah, I mean, Matt Bardsley also has some great moments. He's aggressive getting himself to the rim, but you're right, only 2 points there as well. 15 bench points total for the Nuggets. But Sabri, he's the main one that's been quiet for me for the Nuggets. 3 points. We know he can score in bunches. Hopefully he can come alive to end this game. They need him.
And what you need is a large veggie pizza. Thanks to Sal's, $32 a pop. Scan that QR code, get a marked. And Crystal, we were saying, meat lovers gals ourselves, right? But that doesn't actually look too bad, I must say.
Right, veggie pizza, if there's some pineapple, I'm a big pineapple on pizza fan.
The controversy Me too.
Right,
Absolutely.
actually, no. Pineapple's not even a vegetable, so maybe not. Maybe
fruit,
it's not
though.
on there.
It's a fruit.
Something.
Fruit and veggie pizza. Let's make it that next week, Sals. And the Nuggets again.
Oh, doesn't look good for Knox. I think it's his shoulder there.
Maybe he got a bit of a knocks to the shoulder. See what I did there?
I do see what you did
It's
there.
just too easy. It's just too easy, really. But that's a big loss if he goes out. He's played 17 minutes tonight. 2 points, 4 rebounds. But he's the kind of guy where he doesn't fill the stat sheet. He just does the right things.
No, his impact is never shown on the stat sheet. You're right. He's a great teammate, a great leader, does all the little things that gets the wing done, especially on that defensive end.
Perez has 21 tonight. Can't make it 23. Doing what he does best there. Also has 8 rebounds in the night, 3 assists, making his mark known. Coombs, he's been the leading scorer the whole game for the Giants. 25 points for him and officially a double-double with 10 rebounds. Crate slashes downhill off 2 feet. Perez too big.
Oh, good hands from Craig. Good pressure.
Yeah, takes it right back. Does Crate. McNaught blocked away. Dempster will keep it. Clean-up crew, Sammy D. Coombs has 7, 6. Blocked away by Stoddard. A chance to bring it to single digits. Carey Jr. Martin in the corner. Stoddard can't beat the buzzer. Oh, and you sigh in frustration for the Nuggets.
I am gutted for the Nuggets. They did so many good things in that possession.
We'll take another look at this on the GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. It was Smiler out of nowhere to get that swat. The Giants will remain on top. 74-64 are the away team. We've got one more quarter of basketball. Don't go anywhere. No mai hiki mai. Welcome back here. Sal's NBL basketball on Sky Sport. The Otago Nuggets, the hosts tonight for the Nelson Giants. And the Nelson Giants winless coming into this one. 0-8. Sitting at 11th place. Have held victorious for 3 quarters. 74-64. Maya Williamson here joined by Crystal Ledger-Walker. What a game for the Giants, but still a chance for the Nuggets.
Yeah, what a game for the Giants, and I'm sure all the Giants fans at home are going to be sick of us saying that. Hopefully they'll get a win tonight. But there we see Perez doing Perez things, playing physical, bullying his way into the paint.
Well, look, he's been the answer tonight for the Nuggets. 21 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists in 25 minutes. Carey Jr., 14 points, just 45% from the field. But it's been Sabri who's been awfully quiet for the Nuggies. Just 3 points for the import.
Yeah, it has. And you know, players can go missing from games to games, but you need someone else to step up, and no one else is right now for the Nuggets. But with that trip to the free throw line, so we see Perez trying to hustle after it. He shot about 84 out of the 200 free throw trips that the Nuggets have had. So he shoots 50% of the Nuggets free throws.
Yeah, he surely loves a trip to the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Game MVP not quite going to be Cruz Perohan, unfortunately, not in this matchup tonight. Sammy D making his own case for MVP. Another triple. 65 plays 77. Here comes Jones now. We've got confirmation. We were wondering, can the Giants still make the playoffs? If they won 12 out of their last 14, including tonight, there is a chance. There is a chance for the Giants, and there would be a chance as well for the Nuggets. So it's not a done deal of a season, but these teams got to get right.
Well, this is great signs from the Giants. They're already looking, you know, really improved with these new players on their squad. A more complete team in terms of having, you know, someone in every position that's a legitimate threat.
And you do wonder, they have an import spot left. Will they fill it? Will they keep Cash tight and run with the squad they have now? Robinson been a great pickup for them. Stops on a dime, deadly from the midi.
How tough is that jump shot? So much harder to guard when you can knock it down from all three levels.
14, just like that. Stoddard can't make it 12. He misses the bunny.
That is frustrating. Good find inside from Perez. Stoddard unable to put it away.
And that's not an encouraging sign for the Nuggets. It's shots like that you'll be thinking about as you go to bed tonight. Robinson. Oh, what an athletic finish.
Right, crafty from the guard, getting busy because Coombs is taking a lot of that Nuggets attention, and now it's opened it up for Robinson.
And just like that, Crystal, it was 10. And just blown out 81-65. No noise coming from the Edgar Centre. Perez continues the cold streak to start the quarter. Robinson kept it in bounds. I don't know if that was his intention.
No, I definitely think he was trying to throw it off Smiler's leg.
Robinson drew a lot of contact. That was a no-brainer for the Barcard officials.
He is shifty. He lets the players, the Nuggets players, know, I got you on that cross.
Mix and pick game MVP poll. Jeremy Coombs, the reigning choice at the moment. Scan that QR code, have your say. Callum McRae also up there as well, but it's no doubt that Coombs is up there, Crystal. 25 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists on the night.
Yeah, very deservedly that he is at the top of that list. Made a great start to what could be the turnaround in this Giants season.
Robinson rattles that one home. Been great to have him join the Giants after being let go from the Panthers. And he was great for them too. Maybe just not the right fit, but Giants welcomed him with open arms.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of clubs that would have been happy to take Alex Robinson.
Perez, the hoot and the harm for the big man. And Combs has been taken out, lies on the floor, exhausted.
That's one thing the Nuggets could have and should have done earlier, is go give it to Perez to go straight at these bigs. He's drawn so many fouls, getting into their bodies.
Perez. Surprised not to see his name on that game MVP mix and pick poll. He's at 22 on the night. Just can't make it a three-point play. 67 plays 83. Giants well and truly en route to get their first win of the season. Coombs. Crate mishandles it. Shot clock's at 4. Robinson's got a dance, finds Crate. Too short for Crate, and it'll go to the Nuggets.
And they're saying no matter what, whoever that ball was off, it should be ours. The shot clock expired. And Alex McNaught getting some love on the MVP vote.
Alex McNaught, very loved guy. And Crystal, unexpected here. There must be some time on the shot clock, because it is going to actually stay Giants ball. Robinson very pleased about that, clearly. Must have had some time on the clock before it went out of bounds.
Right, or they're saying someone had possession. I'm not sure how that call just worked out.
Maybe it nicked the rim or we didn't quite see it, I'm not sure, but the Giants will play, and a make there would have been a dagger for the Nuggets, but they stay alive. Perez, he's going to have to go, draws the foul again. That's just what he does.
Wow, that is tough. I said it, that's a tough matchup for Cullen McRae, because Perez can knock that 3-ball down. You have to respect him. You have to show a hand. But he's also doing a great job of getting downhill right now.
Still don't see him on your game MVP mix and pick poll. Scan that QR code and have your say. Coombs sitting comfortably at the top. McRae, Knox, Robinson, McNaught and Carey Jr. in the mix too.
But if we are trying to give some love to Perez, he's also leading the rebound count with 8. So almost has a double-double, leading the way on the boards for the Nuggets. Plays like a big man. Unimpressed with the ball right now.
Buries that one. Does Perez, adds to the tally for the Hoops and Schools program. 27-year-old Perez out of the Bronx. Very comfortable at this Chemist Warehouse stripe. 5 from, make that 7 from 10 tonight. 70% on the night, above his average. Still a chance for the Nuggets here, but they've got to string something together and they've got to do it quick. That's not going to help McRae. You can't leave him open.
Yeah, that's tough. Nuggets trying to play a zone. McRae just buried that back line.
Well, he's hard to stop. The 7-footer out of Manawatu returns to the Giants after 7 games with them in 2023. Immediate impact for him. Jansen finds the bottom of the net. It's back to 13.
Great shot from Jansen. We've seen him line it up from deep time and time again. Crate.
Yeah, Crate, what an athlete. Slashes downhill. The O-board will not belong to the Giants. And the Nuggets, at best, could bring it back to 10 here. We'll take a look on the GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. All nylon for Jansen on that play.
Just some miscommunication. You spoke about that inverted screen that Knox sets for Perez to get downhill. Brought that whole defense down. Jansen came up wide open.
Carey Jr. and McNaught. McNaught being the main assignment for the Nuggets leading scorer tonight. Sabri now into a wall, but gets the finish. The Nuggets a mini roll right now.
Oh, and maybe a steal from the pressure of Perez.
And Edgar Centre has found its energy again, Crystal. Momentum was lost and found quickly again. It's back to 11. A chance for single digits.
That's just a smart play, especially on the less experienced Hayden Jones. When you come up to this level and you take those little moments to switch off, you know, you think you're going to turn around with nobody on you. You're used to that, especially in the high school, the age group levels. But at this stage, sorry, you have to be switched on at all times. Perez makes them pay there.
Yeah, sure, an uptick in physicality is the Sal's NBL. Perez gets it stripped away. The Giants settle it Judd in the corner. Too long, and the Nuggets, their hopes stay alive. Sabri. Jansen sends that one home. It's back to single digits.
Great seal from Jansen, exactly where he wanted it, deep, right under the hoop, with the guard on him.
And you can feel the energy shift in the air, Crystal. Giants got to work extra hard to find something. Jones. Signature finds McRae. That's a well-needed bucket.
That was a beautiful ball from Jones to McRae, but nobody met Jansen down there, ran the floor hard. Dempster couldn't do anything.
That's a great answer from Jansen. Just what the doctor ordered for the Nuggets, staying alive here. Two-man game, McNaught, McRae. McNaught plays off two, spacing gone haywire. Judd, the lane, leaping, Liam Judd flushes it home.
Great ball from Liam Judd. That lane opened right up for him after Sabri tried to get out in the lanes.
Perez likes that downhill screen, but it's going to be a moving one from Carey Jr. GJ Gardner-Holmes, a replay, Liam Judd. The flying mullet. A walking highlight reel kicks them up 11. And that offensive foul for Nuggets, just not what they needed at this point in the game, Crystal.
Yeah, not at all. Momentum was going their way. Hopefully they can get a stop here and keep that momentum. But yeah, just too hard on that screen. Sammy Dempster did a good job of selling it.
Mix and pick game MVP poll. Coombs, the favourite. Judd, back to back. Big time plays for Liam Judd. And just like that, 92-78. They were touching distance, the Nuggets. But the Giants, cool, calm and composed.
Look at that, greeted by Hayden Jones, excited on the bench. They're feeling good. The win is so close for the Giants.
Yeah, they would be happy to come away 1-8 after tonight. Mix and pick game MVP poll. Coombs has been dominant tonight. And if the Nuggets lose here tonight, Crystal, that moves them to 5 losses in a row. And this Nuggets team is capable. They competed with the Rams. Realistically, was a winning-looking game for them, but Austin OT.
Yeah, they honestly should have won that game. They really let that one slip out of their hands. But they've had some tough opponents lately. They went up against the Rams, the Bulls, the Saints, the Tuatara. All 4 of those teams should be contenders for that playoff time. So some really quality sides. They would really want to get this one over the Giants. Do they have the heart? Do they have the energy to get back up in this last little stint of play?
Giants, the favourites at this mark in the game. Anything can happen, but the Nuggets going to have to act quick. A low-scoring affair for the Nuggets tonight, just 78 points, averaging 92 a game. Carey Jr. finds Martin, who finds Perez. Knocks that one home. 81-92, Crystal.
Great find by Carey Jr. getting downhill. That's a hard pass to make out to their opposite wing. Good extra pass. The Giants all inside the paint. Perez makes them pay.
McNaught shakes off Carey Jr. Off the Iverson goes Judd. Finds McRae all alone, and the double comes. Judd has hit one. Can't find a second. Could go back to single digits here, Crystal.
It could. A bucket here would be massive.
Perez just hit one. Finds another. Big time plays. Perez.
Just at the right time, Perez is showing up in this last quarter.
And that's going to be an offensive foul, Crystal. Momentum found again by Otago.
And Martin only played just under 6 minutes in this ball game, coming up big down the stretch. That's a great stop by him, applying that pressure to Robinson, who's been cooking on this end of the court.
14 points and 7 assists for Robinson, but a crucial turnover. Nuggets could really make things interesting. Jansen can't make it the third triple. Into the South NBL sign. Won't keep possession.
Well, how about that? He goes off, he flies off the court, hits those core flutes. The Giants players are the ones to go help him out. Has a lot to say about the good people, the good sportsmanship that the Giants preach.
Oh, the culture's been great tonight for these Giants guys. Sabri out of the passing lane, but the teammates fumble it. Was that an own team mistake? Oh, heartbreak.
Yeah, that is tough. Sabri read that like a book, got out in the lanes, but miscommunication. Couldn't come away with it.
And Crystal, it's been an omission to us, but Robinson was fouled out with an offensive foul, just snuck up on us out of nowhere. He's no longer in the ball game tonight.
Well, that's an even bigger play from Martin then to get him fouled out. He's massive for this Giants squad, a legitimate scoring option. Like I said, has been cooking this quarter with his handles, getting to the rim, getting his jump shot going. Someone else for this Giants squad needs to stand up.
84 plays 92. 2 minutes 46 to go. Brad Clive having some chat with our school bench. All love, of course, to all our Sales NBL volunteers making this thing happen.
That is the hot seat when you're in tight games like this. You do not want to be sitting in those seats. The pressure is on.
Coombs leading the way for the game MVP. Mix and pick poll, 37% off the back of a triple-double, not just yet, double-double. 25 and 11 for him. Finds McRae, no he doesn't. Judd now. And Judd makes the travel.
Oh.
Turnover for the Giants. Is it a travel? No. A shot clock malfunction, maybe? Brad Clive stopped the game. There must have been a shot clock issue. 4 seconds for the Giants.
But you're already seeing the impact of having Robinson off the floor. Coombs brought that, initiated that offense.
Uh-oh for the Nuggets. The turnaround, Jay, no good. The Nuggets will keep it. They're going to have to go quick here, Crystal. It'll be Sabri. Dances. Finds Martin. Back to Sabri. He's got an open lane. Whew. It's back to 6.
Man, 2-possession ball game. Defense really big for the Nuggets right here.
McNaught handles the pressure from Martin. Perez just mauling Coombs. I don't know if you can argue with that one. We'll see on the GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Just the Hail Mary for Coombs trying to steal it. No help to come across. Perez, that'll be foul number 4. We'll have to be careful here in the last 2 minutes.
On both sides of the floor, he plays so physically also on their offensive end. So if somebody could step up, take a charge, could potentially get him out of the game as well.
Jones finds Judd. McRae has it, McNaught has it. 8 seconds. Giants. Judd. Down Bloody Nose Lane. Big time plays. McRae back out by 8. Perez got to answer quick. Gets his own rebound. Time not on the Nuggets side. Martin can't make anything work. Coombs blocked away. Jones! Oh! Almost had the highlight play. Gets the foul. I got a little too excited there, I must say. Let's look at the GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. That would have been Sal's NBL Player of the Week had it gone.
That would have, especially in a moment like this in this game. Massive block from Coombs on one end of the floor. Good effort by the Nuggets to try get back, but Hayden Jones, too long, too athletic.
No Nuggets player wants to send someone to the Chemist Warehouse in this moment, regardless of the missed dunk. Although Jones leaves that one digging at the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Rattles that one home, splits the 2. Back to 9. Still doable. Nuggets need a score. Carey Jr. tipped away by Jones. It's back-to-back highlights for Jones. Oh, every part of the rim but the bottom of the net. And they're going to have to find something here, the Nuggets. Perez has Martin. Has Obort, does Jansen. Sabri, no. And that's disappointing for the Nuggets, Crystal. No daggers in sight.
That is, and that might be the game right there, Judd. Too strong.
Leaping Liam Judd may have just iced the cake with the and one, and that's been a big fourth quarter for Liam Judd, up to 8 points and 5 rebounds, and some clutch plays at clutch times.
It was those 2 blocks for me. The Coombs one, Hayden Jones getting a tip on the very next play. That really just took the energy out of the Nuggets. Heads dropped at the end of those. And now all Liam Judd has to do is put these away and play the time.
Yeah, and credit to the Giants. The Nuggets were breathing down their neck, but they just kept their composure and have performed. And you feel as though the Nuggets are waving the white flag.
They are. They're making some subs here. We saw it when we saw their next games. They have a couple big games coming up, a long week ahead.
Yeah, they head up north, play their Tuatara on Wednesday, and the Franklin Bulls in Pukekohe on Friday. Big trip to the 09 for the Nuggies, and a miss by Sabri will be the dagger for the Nuggets. The Giants 20 seconds away from their first win. Little alley-oop play. Judd can't complete it.
I was going to say, go get those points, because if they're going to start making a run towards the playoffs, all these points are going to count.
Liam Boomer off the bench. Can't get his first Sal's NBL points, and the block there on Martin just tells the tale of today. And with that, McNaught hugs his bigger teammate as the Giants finally, they do it. They get their first win of Sal's NBL 2025. You can just feel the joy, Crystal.
The joy, the relief that they finally have a win, that everyone can stop talking about it. But man, they looked good tonight, a more complete team. The combination of Coombs and McRae inside, so dangerous, and you see it there at the top of their scoring. Coombs with 25 points, McRae 18. Dempster, those threes, a real threat from outside. Robinson Jr. did foul out, but still put up 14 points. And how about Judd really chipping away, doing the little things for his team, really made some winning plays down the stretch. And then Coombs, once again, getting that double-double, 11 rebounds. Perez as well with a double-double. He had 32 points, led everybody in this ball game. But who really stood out for you?
I got to give it to Luke Combs. Luke Combs? Luke Combs is the country singer. Jeremy Coombs was elite from the get-go. And yeah, Robinson Jr. there just so elite with his new outfit. Carey Jr. 5 assists, a little bit quiet by his standards tonight.
But yeah, this Giant squad could be a legitimate squad, especially now that their full team is here. Once they get that chemistry, that cohesion going, they're going to be dangerous. They could upset a lot of teams in this league.
It's been an exciting game tonight for the Giants. So happy to see them get their first win of the season. There they are, the joy on their face. Big smiles everywhere. Games to come. Panthers take on the Rams. Tuatara take on the Nuggets. Hawks take on the Phi. And the Bulls take on the Nuggets. Thank you so much for joining us tonight here on Sky Sport. The Edgar Centre hosted an exciting one tonight. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Ka kite anō.